I mean, Soualiho, Nabil, Alphen, and Fang in that winners side. So we'll be looking to see them soon. And as you said, the Matcherino, $9.25. There's plenty of us sitting in this stream right now. So we'll hopefully get those Matcherinos. Has it not been updated? So maybe we can get a bit of a refresh on that Matcherino because it's on $22 right now. So I think we need some loving on that. Can we have a quick look? Because all right,
22.
So yeah. So we got Matthias. Thank you to Matthias, our very own TO, putting in a contribution of his own there. Heart Shay, the $5 contribution as well. And Rekka coming in with the I Hate Bilal, $1.69. And we all do, don't worry. Shout out to Moz. But that is a very nice, you guys. Thank you so much. $22.19. That is a nice little prize pool. We can still give that a touch of love with the Matcherino codes still yet to claim and possibly some contributions. Let's see if we can get that bracket up possibly on stream as well. We can see how we're coming along. I think we're going to be getting into Alphen versus Fang just shortly.
Yeah, we'll see. Now you know what, Rekka? I hate to say it, but I'm gonna be a non-hater for once. I'm gonna spread the positivity and say no. I don't hate Bilal.
Damn.
How could you? That is Moz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. How could you? What do you mean you hate Bilal? What is this?
I do.
Oh man.
I hate you, Bilal. Just want you to know that.
I can't get caught by these toxic vibes, bro. I can't let it happen because we're gonna have to enjoy this top 8 instead.
We're doxing Bilal as well. The best thing about it. Right. Anyway, Fang with that Kimberly. You don't need a name swap at the top. Thank you very much, production. Alphen, of course. Coming with the Cammy. This is a tricky one for Kimberly because she does struggle in the interactions. But we'll see how Fang adapts.
Yeah, let's see if Fang can make that work. So far, it's a very good life advantage. And Alphen has actually put themselves into burnout right here. Rekka with yet another contribution around $5.
You know what his message was? See you tomorrow, Ruizu.
Oh my God.
You're not invited. You're not invited, Rekka. Alright, that's what I'm saying. If I see you there, I'm going home. In the meantime, trying to send Alphen, or rather Fang, home. When we get the name swap, please, production, that'd be great. Looking to send Fang home is Alphen. Of course, we saw a masterclass of Mai, and now we're going to see some excellent Cammy play as well.
Of course, but Fang is going to get a very nice perfect parry there and send Alphen back to the corner, trying to mix things up with that run stop. Doesn't work out, and a nice, very nice check there on that medium kick. Alphen's starting to go aggressive, playing that usual game plan of being very effective at fishing for those whiff buttons and getting the hits. Oh, you dropped the combo, you level 3. Not been entirely wasted because at least you got the install, but no damage to look for, and Alphen's actually just going to say thank you very much, goodbye. Here comes a level 3 Delta Red Assault to do the job, and that is game 1 already going to the Cammy.
Yeah, and of course Fang is in our top 8, but he's looking a bit rusty in some of these combos, right? Where we've seen a few drops in the last one against I think it was against Turu, and now again we're seeing a few drops here and there. Hopefully there's not a connection issue or anything like that, but it's a heartbreaker, right? When you do drop the combos.
Heartbreaker indeed, as we see the Matcherino again. Another donation. What's that one say? Oh, it's from NFC. Oh no. I get a feeling about this one. Sir, if you duck NFC again, I will force feed you bread and grapes. P.S. Bilal is alright, stop hating. Look, MQS. Hand on heart. Family is my witness. I registered for NFC today. There should be no reason I duck unless I somehow manage to pick up a random plague again, but I don't think so. I think we're good this time.
Why am I not invited to this AMQS?
What, are you going to pay like 80 quid to come up to Newcastle and
train? You must be joking. No, thank
you. That's how much I have to pay if I want to come down to the Sphere, It's like 80 quid for a return.
Yeah, that's London though, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's a joke. And trains are just ridiculous in the UK. Better flying.
Sometimes I think it might well be.
Yeah, right now sending in flying is Fang doing. Oh, I love the block strings there, but eats the throw unfortunately. Great anti-air. Love the little walk back and forth, trying to keep Alphen guessing, not biting into this. Again, does it once again.
Not making things work here. Tries to go for that low forward in and then the slide near B. Excellent anti-air on that elbow drop, but a check on wake up from Fang. Nice confirm there to get that round. Needed that one desperately as the two scrap back and forth. But look at this big advantage on the super cage Alphen has here. And they're going to leverage their offense by going to that corner immediately. has the throw. Time for the standard guess. Drive reversal immediately. I like it. Spend your drive gauge. Make them guess again. Reads the reversal on wake up. And now it will be Fang's turn to put the pressure on once more.
Absolutely. Level 3, not quite enough yet. Looking for those plus frames. Going to go for the dive kick. And Vagabond straight into level 3. See how this goes. It's going to be burnout. Going to get the install as well. Really quite vital. Oh, not quite burnout. Going to go for early meaty Vagabond. Yeah, I like the drive rush approach. You know what? Even if he had the level 3, it meant Alphen would have been in the corner, right? Without his with no bar, with no super.
Kimberly.
Shut up, Becca. No one likes you.
Oh man, it's times like this that I wish I was down in London just for the little interactions like these. But I'll let Ruzu and Rekka's hatred be their own little arc, sadly, for now. But going back to the game, Fang has evened things up, bringing it to 1-1. He's going to get that medium kick to allow for a confirm out of the corner, but does get caught by the reversal. Alphen says no.
Indeed. Wait, what you got? Yes, take him to the corner. All this corner carry is really quite vital. Going to get pressure going. Beautiful. Going to go OD. No, he's going to go for the Tatsu. Safe jump.
Dive kick counter hit that will allow for a confirm, actually. Gonna try and keep the pressure up. Soft reset there, walks it on forward and gets that mix up with the mental stack. Very nice stuff indeed to get that throw. Alphen gets another round on the board, Ruzu.
The arc steps into nothing, keeping Alphen guessing. The slide catches his toes. Great DP right there. The cannon spike. Apply some pressure. Gets thrown right into the corner for his own troubles though. Great tech. And level 3 on both sides right now.
Alphen doing a very good job at holding him down back in the corner here. Does not want to overtly guess. Just happy to play it patient because they know they can leverage the cash out if they really need to. But Fang, though, fighting back. Playing it safe at that buffer range once again. Fishing for the dive kicks. Can't make them stick this time, but does get a lovely check. That will be DR confirmed into the level 3. Damage to the drive gauge. Putting Fang, I believe, in the critical territory. This is Alphen's game to take and get into that 2-1 position, Ruzu.
Absolutely. Looking to force it. Great touch. Great touch right there. And that is 2-1 to Alphen. Looking exceptionally strong in that second game there, or that third game rather, of the set.
Yep, and that does mean we go to game 4 with Alphen in the lead, of course, looking to move on to winners finals. And I think continue that phenomenal streak of form that they've had in terms of the win race. You know, should be going just above 91% now, I think, if you add it all up from the card we saw last time. Fang, though, still trying to fight. Unfortunately, getting put back to that corner. Gets caught by the wall splat as well. Ruzu, this is not working for them right now.
I think this is in real time as well, those cards. So let's see if that actually happens. The dive kick, that's going to be hurting for days right now because Fang's got a lot of work to do. Footsie games, dive kick, plus frames on that. Good off Fang not to press.
Oh, nice check from Alphen right there. Then gets the shimmy. Backs off. Knew the throw tech gamble could have been coming. Read it correctly and gets himself the set point. Looking to move on to winners finals right here. And Fang running out of time, running out of options. Unfortunately getting caught by that landing from Alphen, which allows them to press first. Still backed up the corner. I still like that DR. Even if you take the hit, you're still backed Fang up towards the corner more, Ruzu. It's all about screen control.
Really great DP, and he's controlling all of this right now. One fierce, I think, is going to come through. Wait, he completely bit on that. That's dead, by the way. Sweet dreams. There's no way you're staying alive after this. Yep. Charge DP into the Delta Red Assault. That is lights out for Fang. Really good sequence there from Alphen, looking exceptionally strong. 3-1.
Yep, moving on into winners finals right there. A very good performance indeed from them. And that does guarantee them third place at the minimum. As a reminder, guys, these placings are now very important because if you are just joining us or joining us recently, this is the road to UFA. We have 4 tournaments back-to-back where players are fighting to earn points in a league format where if they do good enough, they qualify for a chance to play in a final bracket where they could earn a flight hotel, and paid entry to UFA. It's a very big cash prize, just like that Matcherino, actually, you know, $32.50. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can ya? So you can't complain when you got free stuff coming your way if you're taking a whole tournament like this, or a whole sequence of tournaments, rather. Get those points accumulated, really quite important. And of course, the Matcherino quite stacked today, 4 codes remaining.
Yeah, only 4 codes left. That is another $1 worth of cash. So if 4 of you could do us a massive favor and just quickly hit that Matcherino link that is in the chat provided and then sign in, click the blue button. You don't have to open Matcherino again the entire stream. It's a one-time thing, and you do make 25 cents out of thin air for doing it. Again, thank you for doing it, anyone who has already. Big ups to all of you so far. Hope you're enjoying the first of many tournaments in this road to UFA. And remember, Tekken is available as well if you're not a Street Fighter head. That will be on Thursdays, I believe. The exact same premise with the road to UFA. What a nice thing that Reversal's doing for the players, Ruzu.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff there. Shouts to the squad as well, holding it down, production, doing all the work, and TOs too. As Mateus is doing hard work. Make sure you guys get on stream on time. We are going to get Soualiho and Nabil next. I can see Shakz is now in that loser side as well, as loser playing a little bit of catch up right now. Be fun to see who else is going to be joining that loser side. I can see Jumbo, Maldo fighting it out right now. Tomo waiting to see who else comes along too. So yeah.
Let's see if it works out. I believe Soualiho just needs a minute to maybe take a breather, get a drink before they launch into this match. But the moment that they are available, we'll get this next winner's semis available. As you said, Shakz making it a top 8 in loser's side. Very good run from them. Exciting to see them on stream as well. It's like very much not often that I get a chance to commentate over Shakz, because unfortunately, you know, not the most main frequenter of the online brackets, but an absolute monster at the tournaments that he does enter primarily offline, you know.
Yeah, definitely does. You know what? He's definitely fun to watch. That's what I've got to say. He's really, really clean a lot of the time when he plays. So I think that'll be interesting to see, because this is an opportunity for him, you know, kind of qualify as well in different kind of regards. So like we said, road to UFA. Don't forget to sign up for UFA, by the way. We're saying about road to UFA, but don't forget to sign up for UFA. You know, like, this will get recompensated. Let's say you win, you apply, you do all this stuff, it gets all compensated anyway. So check out UFA, !UFA in the chat, I believe it is. Is that right? It is indeed. Come and register. It is on the 12th of September to the 14th. I'm already signed up, so I'm already got my place sorted. So I'm looking forward to going to UFA. It's going to be a lot of fun. It was fantastic last year. And there's plenty of games. You know, there's not just Street Fighter 6. There's Tekken, of course. There's King of Fighters. There's going to be City of the Wolves. There's going to be free review tournaments, I believe, on the Friday. There was last year as well. Team tournaments. So Hunter x Hunter as well, wasn't there? That's the Damascus' game. What other games are there?
The entire roster, I think it's 8 main games for UFA this year, which, you know, very impressive lineup for sure. You should have Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball Fighters, and then Impact. I think Melty Blood is there, not as a side game. Fatal Fury, Grand Blue, and then I think is that all of them? Am I forgetting one?
I think it's Ultra Street Fighter 4. I know I signed up for that.
Oh, I know you have. I think you were running that entire thing last year as well, weren't you?
Well, what happened was I was on stream whilst I was on top 8 as well, so that's just funny. With a broken stick, mind you. So,
oh,
yeah.
Man, you were trying to play with maximum difficulty. I don't
All right, mate.
it.
What can I say? What can I say? But this time, we'll see how we get on. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. In the meantime, we're going to get some Chun-Li versus Ken action. Good old traditional Street Fighter, shall we say. Almost in the sense of traditional Street Fighter.
Yep. Classic matchup for sure, but let's do this. Nabil versus Soualiho. Square enough to fight in the winner's side against Alphen in winners finals. We'll see who comes out on top here. Two of them playing a very slow game so far. You know, fair enough. Just testing each other out, seeing who reacts the best. Ooh, good perfect parry there. Good confirmed from Nabil. Gonna move to the corner as quick as they can. Gets the throw for safety, but does get hit by that reversal. Now we're back to the mid-screen. Very quick, Ruzu.
Indeed. And we've seen how well Nabil's actually been using the stand strongs and those jab buttons really, really effectively.
Yep.
And the pressure comes through the Kokokin. Bit of Kokokin fireball. You know, it was fireball battle, right? So we've seen how Soualiho's often been kind of running and going for the low forwards or the shorts, but here he's making him respect the ground game with Nabil.
Okay, trying to keep it safe there. Does go for that jab into the throw. Catches once again. Play it safe for the Jinrai. Making the spacing come into its own. But Nabil fights back. You saw it before, I believe, Vuzu with that forward strong. Something that has been doing wonders. I believe the forward heavy punch, excuse me. And Nabil leveraging it once again. That button, I've seen it fish for so many punish counters for Chun players overall, and I mean, it just still does the work, does the job, and forces Soualiho to fight back.
Level 3 now for Soualiho though. Beautiful, good confirms the legs, go for the serenity stance, doesn't bite into anything just yet. He wants to get a bite out of Soualiho, he just wants to get him to react to any stance changes or movement on the screen. Fierce comes through, that's Sand. Fierce, very good button actually, and I believe he's another player that actually uses that button very, very well. And so does Nabil. Sweep. Understand strong, yeah, I like that. So, you know, he's recognizing that there's a bit of space in there. I'm going to kind of punish you pressing it a bit too freely.
Very nice indeed. Oh, that is a very important face to the face right there, because you can optimize this a little bit. Has to spend the level 3 regardless, but still Soualiho showing they've got it in them. Does take us to a final round. Unfortunately, no super bar available to them whatsoever to start things off. Nabil, meanwhile, comfortable with the level 2 cash outs that Chun is very notorious for using. Could save it for the 3. This isn't the best scenario for the Chem players. We get things started with Nabil getting the first hit.
Wait, it's crouch strong, really nice. For level 3 here, just wants one touch and a lot slower than what we've seen from both of these players from before. Flow, Chun-Li getting a bit of a love right there. The throw, I like that because you know what? It's a fearlessness that he's coming through with. Really, really cool. Bit assertive as well, a bit too assertive almost.
Very much so. Oh no, getting caught by that punish counter right there. Level 3 confirm, not hesitating, letting it rip. And that should be the first game going to the Nabil right there. Unfortunate for Soualiho, but just a little bit over aggressive, and that is going to bite them in the back in the end, Ruzu. What do you think about that question as well? How are we feeling about Season 3 Ken with, you know, some of the, you know, punches to the gullet he got, like you said?
Justified, and actually, if anything, like a few more shows need to be having that. I feel like we've seen too many shows. There's too many shows for one, but also, you know, we want to vary the mix-up of characters that we see. If we only see Shotos or we see Shoto strengths all the time, it just gets a bit linear and a bit boring, I'll be honest. But putting him in line with other characters is what I think needs to happen to a lot of the casts, because I think as an overhaul, my perspective on the game is that actually I think we need to see more nerfs than buffs, if anything, for a lot of the characters. Especially damage-wise, and so I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring damage toning down again, because if you remember from the very first season, they brought it down 20%. I still think it needs to be brought down another at least 10-15%, I'll be honest, but we'll see. I think the game's still developing. It's only been 5 days since this patch has come out, right? So
yeah, and I mean, Capcom have said they plan to do mid-season patches, you know, where possible. Doesn't seem like it's going to be too long before we get started with the character releases for Season 3 as well. Yeah. So time will tell. But time will tell how this matchup's going to pan out, as Soualiho's fishing for those perfect parries, but does get caught by that counter hit. SA2 available as well, maybe, but does have to use it here. Was wondering if he was trying to go for the optimization, and that does mean he gets the round. Good work again from Nabil. Good patience.
Absolutely. Looking for that fierce. Throwing it out. Ring of the legs.
Playing it safe, low forward is going to get blocked, and then fighting back with those ODs. Really wants to get the space and control that. Chun would be excellent for here. Good confirm, actually. But then when going into the stance, does get checked and will be forced to the corner by this Tatsu.
Sorry, once again. What's he got? Ooh, the big cross up right there. Gonna go Tensho kicks. No, he's gonna go for the... That was a beautiful safe jump. And that's dead, by the way. Nabil is playing really smart right here. He's kind of capitalizing on Soualiho's aggression. And little interactions like that with a safe jump, it's really, really smart. Really, really good. Really good stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, having the bar available to cash out pretty much every time so far, you know, opting more for those SA2s has seemed to do the trick. As we do have 2 codes still available, actually 1 code now because someone else has been generous enough to claim on the Matcherino. Thank you guys for your support as ever. But please, please, please get that last one used up. It's $33.50 if it does get used. Very good prize haul. Always looking for the support. Much love to you all as we do go into Game 3, Ruzu.
And Nabil looking to take it the distance right here. He's just exceptionally impressed with him right now. And here, playing a bit different. Did he change his character? Am I going crazy? Did he change his costume?
He did, yeah, he very much did. He was like, you know what?
Is this a thing amongst the French? Because they all seem to do that when they lose a game.
Just lock in, you know what? Okay, how am I going to lock in? Put the jacket on, baby, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Leather pants on, all of it. Wait, stay there. You ain't going nowhere, baby. I'll be checking you for that. Safe jump, and he baits the parry. Excellent. That's where you start to mix it up, right? You don't hit them with the safe jump button. You go for the empty jump into the throw. You bait the parry instead. Now the mind game is installed into Soualiho. He's going to think twice before he parries next time.
Very much so, but Soualiho does get 2 very good sequences of layering on the offense to make Nabil guess. Has him stuck in the corner. There's the first throw. See the counter hit as well. Goes for that double jab. Does confirm it and takes the round. Definitely much more composed from them towards the later half. They did get forced back towards that corner, I will say, but they composed themselves well after. Nabil, though, once again looking for that corner and secures it nearly instantly, Ruzu.
Again, forcing his hand, dry rushing right out with the fierce. Apply some pressure of his own right now. Low forward, beautiful use of that. Again, the throw. You're going to have to guess, baby. Oh no, he tries to bite through with the reversal, but this should be the game. Finally, Soualiho, he gets something on stock. He gets that first game for himself, and he's still got a bit of catch up to do.
Yep, very much so. I mean, it could be a reverse sweep situation. That would be huge for Soualiho here if they do pull it off, but remains to be seen. However, hey, that costume change does appear to be the key that has started unlocking the potential.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see how this pans out now. We see him right possibly from Nabil, I wonder. No, we'll stick with the Chun. I like that. Good stuff there. He's going to get cocaine parries right through, low forward, and he's looking to get off exactly the same kind of pressure he was doing last time, right? Staggered, slow pressure with those stand strongs, the stand fierces, opportunities with the serenity stance as well. We're still in the center of the screen right now.
Yep, that will be the stance cancels once again trying to come in for Nabil, who is going to just fish for the hits once more. Soualiho not going to be phased. Happy to space things out once more and let the Jinrai go. Doesn't want to overcommit against this Chun, who's been showcasing that perfect parry from time to time. And again, in that mid-screen range, just having to ease the pressure. The low forward doesn't work out. Nabil counters, and now we get the throw. Now we start going towards the corner. This is where the offense begins to work out. Couldn't fully confirm off that fireball, but interrupts the DR. Okay.
Boy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful touch right there, and that means Nabil is now on set point.
Yep, could be almost over. The ticket could be stamped to win his finals for Nabil right now if they can just find the mark. Oh, actually manages to get that one, blocks it out. Really good read from them, and they do set themselves up nicely. Soualiho does get caught once on that low there, but not able to be confirmed upon. Still, however, they are backing themselves up into that corner. They're going to have to start fishing with those low forwards to get out there. Nope, not going to work. Still there.
Yeah, one touch right now is what he wants. One low forward, one stand strong. He's doing the jab into strong. UFA doesn't confirm that low forward, unfortunately. Looking for a roundhouse. Doesn't quite reach, unfortunately, for Nabil. Not a block on that axe kick, unfortunately. Here, getting pushed right into the corner. Level 3 on both of these guys here. And all it takes is one hit from either of them. Nabil needs his touch to get the set. But Soualiho wants to keep the rounds tied up. Oh my.
Got it! Oh my god.
A bit of a spend.
Yeah, this is what I was pointing out before as well. Soualiho is really good at clutching out these rounds, but usually has to do so in a routing that forces him to spend. He is down to set point still. Nabil has 3 bars available. The last time this happened, we saw him do a beautiful execution of 2 level 2s in a round. Gotta be very careful here, Ruzu.
Yeah, indeed. And again, throwing the stand strongs out. Careful now. That's why Soualiho's walking back, right? He wants to kind of regain space for himself in terms of not being hit by that stand strong. So he wants to find a punish opportunity. Throws him into the corner. Go forward. Oh yeah, careful now. Trader blows there. Who will take this? Soualiho, will he tie it up? That's why this round is so vital for him right now. Buff is a bit too hard, unfortunately. Nabil, what are you going to do? Wait, I think there's might be a new safe jump set. I'm not sure what that was, but I've not seen it before. Stomp was very delayed.
Trying to get towards that corner. Single confirm at level 3 would do it. Low forward. Spaced perfectly on the Tatsu for the corner carry. Soualiho's fighting back right now. Here we go again with these throws that Nabil has held quite a lot so far. Jab, jab. That actually will be confirmed. Extension for the level 2. Not going to be enough just yet. One more in you, Nabil.
Oh yeah, Soualiho comes out, and unfortunately for him, Soualiho ties up the games. It's a bit too much pressure there for him. 2 games in a row. Will he make it 3? Will he do the reverse sweep?
In fairness, that is actually, I think, 2 games in a row where Nabil really did crumble, unfortunately, due to that throw loop conditioning. You saw him eating a lot of those crouching jabs and strongs that resulted in counter hit. Soualiho got confirms from that as well. Obviously, you know, it's the throw loops. You do have to guess. Ken does also have to like make it frame perfect now to hit them, so it's a bit of an execution check. But the whole point is the layered guessing that he's forcing Nabil to do is unfortunately catching him out, and he hasn't been very lucky so far on the guess, has he?
Fortunately not, and that's what it comes down to sometimes. That's what guess fighter 6. Hey, that's what we should call it probably. But I think it might be taking a moment. Does he want to go to mine? No, he's going to stick it out with his tried and true, which is Chun-Li, of course.
We'll see if it works, because we go into this next game right here where it is all a player for one last time between these two right now, as Nabil goes aggressive and tries to hit that corner, but the elbow whiffs. Soualiho fights back. Right back to mid-screen we go.
Can swing the leg. Doesn't connect though. Stand strong once again, coming out to play.
Trying to kick at each other again, trying to get that range to work out, but not meant to be just yet, as the jump in actually will do the job. Soualiho demonstrated this against Tomoe before, I believe, with some excellent reads of jumps, and has the corner almost secured. But again, Nabil fights back, gets the elbow to start things off. Happy to let that go. Another good confirm here, almost at level 2, Ruzu.
Careful. And the thing is, right, Nabil's actually in a life lead, right? He doesn't have to do very much, just saying that he gets hit right to the face with that fierce push right into the corner with the double dash, and that is going to be Soualiho's round. He's going to be going for the level 1 Dragon Lash Flame, and that means he is now on set point himself after Nabil was on set point twice, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, this could be tragic for Nabil right here if they just can't finish the story off. We'll have to see, as Soualiho is trying to fight back but does get checked here. Excellent punish counter from Nabil, who once again baits things out on Wake Up as well. Has 3 bars to his name. Soualiho is going to just have to eat this pressure in the corner. Eats that first throw, gets caught by the low as well. Trying to keep it optimal, I think Buzu wants those bars for the final round if he can help it.
Saying that, oh yeah.
Oh, not again. Not again. This is where you've crumbled. The exact same situation's happening again. Nabil, be careful. Oh, he did it twice. He did the stab and then did it one more time for good measure and manages to confirm off of it. Ruzu are going to a final round. Let's do this.
This is like Evo Grand Finals, right? These guys are playing their hearts out. Love to see that. Level 3 now. The Shin kick confirmed into the Shin Uepa. Going to maximize where you can. You've got a whole 90 seconds still to build some meter.
Yep, not a bad situation for Soualiho whatsoever, as Nabil is going to have to just guess and play it safe to get out of this corner, but gets caught by the fierce. More damage abound for the Ken player, who tries to keep the layers up. Empty jump into the low, another low, calls out the throw tech attempt again, the parry tech there, and then gets the game. An unbelievable, consistent reverse sweep right there, from nothing to 3 in a row. Ruzu, what a performance that was.
Fantastic. It was really, really clean. Like, he just kept Nabil guessing a lot of the times, right? That's what he realized, right? He just kind of kept him on his toes, but he pushed him into the corner and just kept him very much aware. You know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to mix up my options. You're going to have to guess through. Even though Nabil did some fantastic things, it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. He just choked at the very last second. Oh, man.
It's just the composure, I think. Like, once you had him in the corner, I think we all expected the game plan to start coming out. You know, those delayed jabs, fishing with the counter hits as well, just to maybe make him guess if there's going to be a throw tech in there somewhere. And Nabil just sadly did not have the read on defense often. And after that, kind of fell apart from there. I can't blame him. You know, it's a very intense situation. I'm sure Nabil will have a good losers run as well. But Soualiho, well played, man. That was great.
Yeah, definitely good stuff there. But, you know, Nabil's still not down and out just yet. He's in that loser side. He's got the points accumulated. He can still make his way through to that grand finals if he really wants to. He can definitely do it. I've seen how fantastic he is. But I think we're going to be getting into that losers round 1. We will be streaming all of top 8 today. And we're going to get Tomo in that loser side versus Jumbo with the Marisa. This will be an interesting one, right? Marisa into that JP.
The big body who has to get in close against JP. Not going to be the easiest by any accounts, but once that win condition does start getting satisfied, it could be very interesting to see how Jumbo applies the offense. Looking to get in for now. Go a little backwalk to actually get that punish counter. Excellent start here, Vuzu.
Indeed. Oi, the enfold. Let me help you with that back problem. No anti yet. Just checking with that crouch strong. The Alisa comes right on through. But you know what? You're going to hit the corner yourself now.
Oh, set play for days. Here comes the dire situation for JP. But the armor does work through the Scrutum, doing the job. And then Jumbo manages to close out that round. Wasn't easy. JP still almost did start putting that win condition on, but you know what? Good display from Marisa so far. Seems to be having, you know, decent control against these projectiles.
Wait, lovely meteorite right through. Nice, good touch.
Oh, alright, trying to get in once more. Level 2 incoming. Lavushka doing its wonders as your mix-up does work out. Gets the damage, forces the burnout with that soft reset as well of the block string. Almost through though to take your turn back. Really nice from Jumbo, actually.
Lovely stuff with that Violina though. He's keeping him out of the air. The skies are mine. Part just popping right through. Gonna have to get shipped here. And Jumbo catches the tail end of that Trig Lab. And that means it's a round apiece.
Yeah, that punish counter that they caught in the middle of that burnout, I think sealing the deal. They could have held on a little bit longer otherwise, but just not meant to be this time. Will get hit by the throw here. Tomoe now stuck in this corner. Has to be very careful against Marisa. Nice air-to-air read. Gets that knockdown. Once more, forcing the guessing situations. Oh, but speaking of guessing situations.
Oh my. You know what? I think he actually intentionally took the hit as an aerial approach because, you know what? Instead of taking the mix-up and taking a full damage combo, you're better off taking the mix-up in the air. The meteorite comes right on through once again. And you might even just need one little crouch strong right here. There you go, jab if anything, and he takes the first game. Right, I think this is it. Was this the first game? This is fought against each other. So that means 100% wrong. I don't think that's quite right, is it? Jumbo's not on the 0%. Jumbo just took that first game. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so I'm going to keep going here. Scoot him right on through. Parry is getting answered with a throw, so you've got to be careful now with these parries. Because Amnesia and parries, you've got to kind of mix those options up, especially on the defensive side of things as JP.
Excuse me there. Looks like my microphone almost died on me, but we are back.
No
and that was a very aggressive round from Jumbo. No fear, but oh, tap parry in the face. Tomoe actually was ready for that one and did get them. Still looking to get those stray hits. I will say Jumbo's been doing a very good job at forcing JP towards the corner where possible, Vuzu. You know, controlling where this old man's moving around is very important for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's what you definitely got to do. That's why he's got to close the gap so much, right? He's got to get close and personal. Got to get in his face. And don't let him kind of have opportunities to kind of get the punch going, get that string of pressure going. Press these buttons in mid-range kind of distance. Because these buttons are phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm. Some of the best in the business, I could say, but for now, Jumbo He's going to have to showcase some best in the business defense to survive. Not meant to be this time. Gets caught in that burnout and will take us to a final round. However, only one bar of super to Tomoe's name right now. 3 on the side of Jumbo. A resource to be leveraged for sure. Good interruption on that Gladius, actually. Okay.
That was very risky. That close and doing OD departure. Oh dear. Gets it anyway.
Yep. Still haven't bide their time with these spikes. Say what you will about Marisa's changes. This is still a very common situation she's got to hold against. I like that jump to get over the spike there, though, through the portal. Good reactions from Jumbo, but still being made to guess just to get in close. And with level 2 set up as well while you're in burnout. Ooh. Oh, actually, okay. That was a nice evasion, Ruzu.
Yeah, definitely. Trig Lab comes on through, but he keeps on hitting him with those Trig Labs. Jumbo, that's the thing, right? You cannot burn yourself out against the likes of JP because he will absolutely bully you for it. And it's just like being in hell. You don't want to be there, right?
Yeah. You can't really get away with jumping like that against JP either. Like, I get it. The chip's starting to approach, time's running out, but when you make it obvious you are just hungry for that escape option, JP just has the answer to that every time. So, a bit more patience on the defense could be nice for Jumbo right now. Tomoe is making wonders out of this offense at the moment, though.
Big Labs, love the dash back there. None of that now. That should be dead. There we go. OD Trig Lab to steal that round there. And Jumbo playing catch up now. Despite taking the first game, Tomo getting a good pacing on controlling Jumbo's kind of approach in this set.
Yep. Oh, nice check right there. That crouch medium punch on the spike to do the job of the extension. This is starting to look very, very oriented towards the JP. Jumbo had a good start, but it is crumbling a little bit here. Gets caught once again. 3 bars are built. Does get put in a burnout, but I mean, a single confirm here could very well do the job, Ruzu.
Indeed. Lovely. I love that. So Volare in the air. The double medium punch knocks you right back to earth. And that should be looking a bit down and out right there. Goddess of the Hunt. Yeah, exactly that. And he has to spend the level 3, unfortunately, just to confirm, because he was in burnout. He already put himself into burnout in that sequence. But better to take the round than not take the round at all and potentially lose it.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've put yourself into a situation where you've got 0 bars against JP, but at least you've given yourself one more round to try and fight back. Oh, Amnesia is going to work out. So that's going to be the back throw as well. A good extension opportunity for Tomoe to set up those portals, maybe.
Dude. Lovely touch. Departure instantly. Pops that shadow. And Lavushka comes right on through. You're going to have to take the sequence here. Departure set up. The ice burn him out a bit more. But taking dry bar down a bit more there. And you've got to parry through. That's why he's opting to parry. You have to parry. You haven't got a choice now.
Walking forward quite aggressively there for a moment. I did see that highlighted change of gaining more drive gauge when you walk forward. That was actually quite fast gain. Gets that hit. Looking good as Jumbo. Catches him.
Jumbo.
Oh. What a way to do it.
Jumbo Mumbo out there, mate. He's giving you a good walloping. Love that. Really good, like, kind of offensive kind of play there. Just getting in his face, up close and personal. You know, if I'm not going down without a fight, I'm going to take you down right here and now. And that's 2-1. Really good, quick adaptation there from Jumbo.
Yep, and that does earn them that second game. The question is, can they get it over the finish line against this JP who keeps trying to adapt and fight back? Fierce will catch, that is confirmable. And so, setting yourself up at full screen once more. Jumbo has to be careful, trying to time those parries well, Ruzu, but they do keep offering room for mistake. Just gets off the screen before that final portal would have exploded. Good clutch up from Jumbo there to avoid that situation. Nice leveraging of the armor as well.
Volare once again keeps him on the ground, does not want to let him leave that corner. Saying that this is a bit dire here for Tomo as he tries to make the approach. Does Jumbo burnout means that he will have to take the chips, and that is the round for Tomo.
Oh, tries to go for that ankle breaker right there, stomping on the ground, scuffing up the dirt, but not meant to be. Gets in close once more. But Tomoe still keeps their turn, actually stops the scooter in its tracks. Nice work from them. Portals are set up. Significant damage to Jumbo's drive gauge being applied right here. Burnout, in fact, a good round from the JP so far by the looks of things.
Indeed it is, and that's a big wallop there. Big chunk of health. Nothing to really now show kind of much for it. You don't even get to equalize the health, so you're getting pushing yourself back into the corner. Kefner goes for that charge. Punch right there. Ooh. Gladius doesn't do much. Besides taking all the buttons, the DI finally bites through this. He could be able to kill here. He might actually be able to kill. Me too, if he charges it up enough. No! He misses the combo! Oh no, that's a heartbreaker. And that means Tomo gets a second game for himself.
Yep, that does mean we're going to game 5. That's tragic right there. Ruzu didn't have to be this way, but sadly, a little bit of a nightmare and a dream breaker right there being applied. Game 5 incoming. Jumbo and Tomoe are going to have to decide what happens next. Oh, we've gone back to the menu. Maybe a breather. You know, I respect the breather in this instance. You probably do need one.
We do forget how quick it is to just press replay again. You know, tap, 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 tap. You know, sometimes you've got to take a moment for yourself. Change your costume, you know, them kind of things. Like, it just gets your mind kind of a moment to think as well. It's not necessarily like, oh, okay, I'll just jump back in. But I just want to kind of use this time as a time burner for myself. Time to think and reflect. Because you don't have to think in the heat of the moment, per se.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's the most important thing, just having the chance to compose yourself. So we'll see if it does pay dividends off. But won't be long before we get back into things. Looks like we already are. Tomoe been forced to the corner very quickly by the looks of things as well, with a big, decent chunk of damage taken off of his life bar. Jumbo clearly doing good with that breather.
Wait, scooting through.
Trying to make it work once again. Gets the armor through, but wait a minute, not gonna work out. Can't get the hit, and that does mean Tomoe sets himself up again. Gets the punish counter throw. Oh my god, how is this happening, Ruzu? This is tragic. This is very tragic indeed.
It is. That's how it goes sometimes. And here, oh dear, carries through. He's gonna fight through all of this projectiles and these phenomenal buttons. Doing good work with it. Oh, the Gladius. So, what you got? You're gonna need a bit more than that. You're gonna have to make some damage happen.
Nice air to air. Getting things off of the grab here. Big damage. Tomoe is being forced to guess right now. Leverages the armor one more time as well. Baits the amnesia. We're going to a final round, baby. That's much more like it.
Let's go. Level 2 for Jumbo. Tomo's playing a lot, so he's not even clicked the departure yet. Can you see that? Gladius does it. No, the enfold. So this is where the guess comes through, right? You either get the enfold or you go for the Gladius.
Again with the air to air. Gets the grab once more as well. 3 bars built. Jumbo on the verge here. Evades the DI but can't get the punish counter. Leverages it again. Oh my god, he read it. The stride ball being shut down. Gets the confirm into the level 3. And that will do the job. Jumbo is advancing into losers quarters. What a way to do it, Ruzu.
And he's looking absolutely solid. That's a very hard matchup for Marisa. I think the bust might have helped her a little bit. I'm not sure how it might transpire now. But, you know, Jumbo's definitely one to do the work there with Marisa.
Lovely indeed. And they will be moving on to fight Fang in losers quarters. So now they're going to have to go up against that Kimberly. Will be interesting to see how those two square off. But in the end, that is that losers round 1 all square in that first game. I do believe Shakz is currently waiting for an opponent in the other side of losers round 1. So we are going to just decide how to proceed with the stream right here.
I think we'll do winners finals. I think that might be the idea here. If we get a game going, then that might be the kind of consensus.
Could do. Whatever works best for everyone. But if they are currently 2-2... Bro, is this like Shin Evo Grand Finals right now? Like, have these two just powered up 3 times against each other? It feels like it. Well,
we'll have to find out, but it might be done shortly. See how they get on. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to check out that match. We know it's fully claimed now, those codes, but you can always give it a bit of loving with the contribution. Thank you to those that have. Veka, with all of these million compliments or comments, rather. Heartshay, Matthias, and of course MQS as well. Force feeding grapes and bread to Sir apparently. You know, I'm sure that's gonna be a lovely dinner.
I was gonna say, you know what? I am pretty hungry to be fair. If that provides me some
Grapes and
nutrition.
Wait, is he saying you're a duck or something? Oh, is that
I'm
right?
ducking. I'm ducking. Yes, there you go. He's clocked it. He's clocked it.
I didn't. That's like that's a bit of an odd one to say, but okay. Like, just say you're a duck, innit?
Oh man, look, I can't tell them, Bruce. I've got to keep it secret, you know. But
well, apparently I'm the ultimate ducker according to Damascus, so you know.
Oh, well, no, you're not a ducker. You're a dodger.
Dodger. Well, whatever it is, too bad, too sad. That's how it is sometimes, isn't it? Linz, alright, is it 3-2? Okay, that's fine. We'll get Linz in. And we're going to get Linz versus my homie. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Going to be really interesting. Shakz, of course, phenomenal player. You know, of course, he knows I rate him very highly. But it's just fun to watch him play. He's very interesting to watch and very engaging to watch as well as a spectator. You see his reactions to kind of what his opponent's doing. You can see his almost thoughts are flowing all the time.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I want to just see it, you know. Like, I haven't had much of an opportunity to see Shakz in action, like, as a commentator. Obviously, I've seen plenty of it from a spectator point of view, and that's always been enjoyable. But yeah, this will be a fun one for sure. Linz, fresh off of the heels of that, well, ridiculous, believe top 9 placement match right there, where the two of them were squaring off for a very long time. But at least that means our top 8 is fully composed now, Ruzu. We've got the 8 players fighting for the points here. It's going to be definitely a good one.
Yeah, don't forget. I think let's have a look at those points. Maybe we'll get the graphic up at some point. But of course, don't forget, this is the road to UFAs. We want to accumulate those points, like you said, right? First place, 121 points. Second place, 75. Third, 50. Fourth, 35. Fifth, 23. Seventh, 12. 9th, 5, and even 13th, you get at least a point. Here's a little, you know, token for your troubles, right? But every point will matter. So as long as you get within the 16th, I believe it is, top 16th places, they're the ones that are going to qualify for that round Swiss. So you want to get in as many points as you can to kind of give yourself the best seeding. Yep,
it's very important for those Swiss formats because, you know, if it does play out the way I expect it to, you know, seed 1, for example, will go up against 16. Could be very favorable. Someone who has managed to like just qualify compared to someone who might have 2 or 3 W's could be a bit of a matchup thing. But do bear in mind that it does all pan down to that single elimination bracket as well for the final, Ruzu, in that top 8. So it's going to be very scary, but also very entertaining to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely can't wait for that. I'm looking absolutely forward to that. But Shakz and Linz, you know, of course I know they're friends and they've definitely played here and there, but how do you think it's going to pan out?
Well, I mean, in terms of matchups alone already, I do feel like this is one of the ones where Shakz does probably have a fair bit of experience, I want to say. You know, if they've been going offline, they've probably been encountering, you know, I'd say ISDD a fair bit, you know, Lex when he's been about. Like, there's been a fair few Guiles in the local scene, and I do feel like this is a character he's probably had years of experience with. So I think Shakz is going to put up a good showing. Linz obviously is probably one of the Guiles of Street Fighter 6. So honestly, I think we could be in for a 3-2 here, Ruzu, but I'm not sure which way.
Honestly, I think you're absolutely right. And Shakz, of course, coming with the Cammy, you know, he's got a Maya of his own, but the thing is, if you recall, Alphen went into Maya himself into Linz's Guile, of course. So it's just a bit of a, okay, I like to see the choices we make, right? Because they've both got very good Cammy, they're both very good Mayas. But the character's first pick out of the cusp is going to be Cammy here for Shakz. Alright, as he continues, he's going to keep throwing him here. Oh, going to go for another throw. No, lovely little side switch there, sir.
Yeah, indeed, really good stuff from Shakz so far. He's going to go for that cash out, gets the kill. That is, I mean, a very efficient round from them. Did go quite the distance between the two of them, but clutched up when needed it most. Shakz is going to just hold back for now. Happy to ride the boom pressure out, takes his turn. Does get called out though. Very quick DR from Linz, I want to say. Good call on that punish counter. Forcing Shakz towards the corner here.
Yep, indeed. I think it might be a bit early to say both. He might be seeing a Maya switch up possibly. Oh, lovely empty jump into that dive kick. Goes for something to follow up, but the Sonic Hurricane comes right on through to punish that attempt at pressing buttons.
Yeah, trying to fight back again. Once more getting in close, gets that catch. Optimal, I'd say, from Linz so far. Desperate to hold on to that bar. Tried to go for it, couldn't make it work, but does challenge once again. Obviously, I mean, when you've got such a massive life advantage, Ruzu, there's no point in not trying to challenge for a trade, just at least close the round out optimally.
Yeah.
So Linz, not far off, looking to do well in this final round here.
Definitely. Gonna keep going. Takes him to the corner. Beautiful step back. 1-2, 1-2. Charge slide right into his head. That was a beautiful shimmy right there because he's got a nice chunk of health, and now he has to play chase the tail, right? He's gonna chase Cammy down. Gets a lovely little step kick there into Sonic. TomoeCunha. He doesn't drop it this time. Saw he dropped him earlier, right? Against, I believe it was Soualiho, if I'm mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and he had to pay the price for that, unfortunately. But this time, not having it.
So far, the two of them still going back and forth, but Shakz does get that back throw to start putting the conditioning on. I mean, a single DR combo here should be enough to get the damage for the CA to kill. Linz is being very careful, though, happy to just disengage from these DRs of his own, waiting for the right moment still. This is going to be a tense one. This is going to be a one about finding your moment and making it stick. Still not there. No, Shakz! Oh my god, he got it first try, bro.
Nah, Shakz is a beast. Shakz is actually a beast.
After like 10 seconds, bro. 10 seconds.
Yeah, because he's just ready. He's got the gamer hunch on right now, yeah. And his eyes are locked in, and he's making sure that he clips any approach. And he was not having it. Look at that. That was phenomenal.
Phenomenal indeed from Shakz right there, who did do a good job to clutch up. That does mean he does get the first game on the board, looking quite strong as Linz is trying to fight back. Goes aggressive with that drive gauge, but gets called out on that throw attempt. Nice dive kick from Shakz, and now has that corner Ruzu.
Nice spin knuckle. I wonder if like Shakz actually capitalized. You spoke about the spin knuckle changes earlier, right? If we'll see any of that in part in this game.
Yeah, it's quite important, I think, for Cammy. It's kind of essential with some of her new Oki routing. I believe she has a way to set herself up for a +3 at all times dive kick now, thanks to that light knuckle change. And pretty sure can kill with 2-touch without using punish counters on someone who's at about 8,600 HP. So really, really good stuff for her so far in terms of optimals. But Shakz, just putting the conditioning on, doesn't even need them yet, Ruzu.
The roundhouse doing a big chunk, and look at the trade. It's worth it for Shakz. That's why he's throwing it out. Something now. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we saw earlier until Shakz just bit at the right moment. Again, we've seen that a couple times now. So the empty jump into the dive kick. Careful now, because if that becomes a bit too common, Linz will start to bite on that reaction.
Yeah, Linz has been doing a good job at adapting to these throughout the set and historically as well. Manages to get that flash kick in there. Okay. Good stuff again from him to stick the damage on and force Shakz to try and guess. Spin knuckle, but only gets a trade out of it. 3 balls on the side of Linz as well. Oh, Shakz, I think he starts to smell blood in the water. He knows he's close to 3 bars. Could build a third in the combo as well. Linz also getting closer and closer to burnout and a corner, Ruzu.
TomoeCunha now active. Doesn't parry through. Oh, he takes the hit. The knuckle right through the low fall. That might be dead, you know. Not quite enough. I think it might be just a slither. Just a slither.
I want to say a sliver as well. It's going to be close, but I think a sliver.
There you go.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, now he's just going to use his buttons to press, right? He's going to parry at the right time. That's why he's throwing at the stand forwards. Yeah, come on, you got to parry it, mate. This is your job. You're the one who's going to take the risk. And he takes the trade. He punishes Fowler with the stand forward on that missed attempt at the step kick. Shakz looking rather strong. 2 games up.
Unfortunate, yeah, and he didn't even get that confirmed. It all finished on a whiff punish as well, so you know what? Linz unfortunately getting caught out a couple of times in this scenario. Shakz leveraging that 2-0 up right now, but he hasn't had the best of starts of this round here, Ruzu.
Lovely. Oh, bit too late on that one, fortunately. Lovely with punish there, and Spinnacle right out there. Does not want to eat the corner. He knows this escape. Drive rush approach, plus frames on that back medium punch. Lift up the cut. Again, the throw. You gonna take another throw, mate? Yeah, he tries to shimmy. Stands crouch strong rather, but takes the hit, unfortunately, to take the round for Linz. Linz getting around on the board.
Yep, Linz still trying to fight back here. Good stuff indeed. Dive kick whips as Shakz tries to keep that offense up. And he's going to get caught by the Magnum on the DR. That is another confirm. And the throw tech is going to get baited out as well. Another convincing round for Linz here, who actually... Could he? No, he's going to live for a pixel, I think.
No, I think he's dead. I think that's lights out, mate. See? Oh, it is a pixel. You're absolutely right. Careful. Oh, my. Shakz!
Careful indeed.
Shakz.
Oh my, not like this, not like
Me
this.
too? Oh, no. No way. He tried to go for the mix-up. Didn't work out.
Yeah, bruv. One single counter hit and he'll confirm this into death. You know he will. Side swap though means he can't leverage that stun, so Linz is happy to just walk back. An OD boom here could spell doom unless Shakz is ready to buffer. DR's in, risks it, gets the throw, Ruzu.
He does. What you got now? Another throw to boot. What else is it? Oh no! No! And he just had to bite and he gets hit. He was not holding down back, he was just holding down. And that just goes to show he was ready. Wasn't ready, unfortunately, for Linz's check.
Oh, unbelievable, but we are still not done yet. Trying to go the distance here, but Shakz, seemingly woken up by that chain from Linz, does get caught on an anti-air, but isn't able to convert it into full, so Shakz is afforded another chance, does get red on that parry, and will be sent to the corner here, very close to burnout as well, has to be careful.
Nice bullet magnum catches, the throw, that's burnout. Oh, yeah, he knows, yeah, he kind of accepted that there. He didn't want to kind of spend any meter in that situation. He kind of realized, okay, I have to kind of take this round, unfortunately. Good block.
Trying to use the booms. I think Linz tried to go for a DR there, but couldn't make it work. Maybe an input error, and he's going to get sent progressively back towards the corner because of it. Delayed Ripper actually gets caught. Lovely punish by Linz. That's more like it. That's prime Linz right there.
Yeah, great punish counter combo into that. Lovely, the roundhouse. No, not quite. A bit too antsy there. With that spin knuckle. Looking for an opportunity now. Gets the back throw. Yes, puts him right back into the corner. What you got, baby?
TomoeCunha maybe going to try and leverage again with that chip damage and just the conditioning. Some good screen carry as well. Shakz is swinging, trying to get back in this one. Still not there yet, but he gets out of burnout as pivotal with 3 bars available to him, trying to shimmy. Linz still not biting, Ruzu.
Oh, yeah, that might be dead there. There we go. Sonic Hurricane, just like that to. I think we should see a Mai. I think we might see a Mai from Shakz. Just might see a Mai. No. Okay. Gonna go the distance. Fair enough.
I will see if Shakz can make anything of this as Linz is trying to fight back. We're seeing these reverse sweeps continue to happen sometimes in these brackets, Ruzu. Looks like the players are getting a chance to wake up after all. But low forward there. Good confirm from Shakz. Good damage as well. Sets himself up, but the parry is simple from Linz, who resets the pressure. Gets his chance forward with a step kick.
Right now, Shakz actually got the life. Oh, wait. Tries to trade blow. That was a good counter hit combo there. We can get to follow up the sequence per se so much more than that, but the great little step back into the throw. Just needs one more touch. I think he's going to go for another throw. Yes, he does. And Linz still ready to take it. Let's go in with nothing. Looking for an opportunity to make him bite. Oh my goodness, yes. You had to be ready with the level 1 there, and he wasn't, unfortunately. You had to parry your level 1. DR would have killed. Wow, Shakz, he just wants it. He wants it right now. He's not having it. That is plus. Good tech. Great flash kick there in response to that jump in. Will we see another empty jump into dive kick again? I just want to see if Shakz will be pulling that out again.
We'll see if Shakz can make it work as we do go towards that corner again. Throw tech gonna get called out. Big damage. Single combo could do the mark at this point with all that spare drive gauge for the extension. Shakz definitely smelling blood in the water. Not gonna fish for the punish on that step kick. Just waiting for it, Ruzu. Waiting for it.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Level 3 on both sides. DP, very brave challenge. The thing is, he would not have died even if that did get blocked, but it would have been a price to pay.
Back throw, of course, leveraging the solid puncher if he can keep it up. Big damage to the drive gauge there. Can't get the anti-air though, so Shakz does change things up once more. Perfect parry on that boom, walks forward. Still can't find the hit he's looking for though. Linz clutches up with the level 1.
Yep, Linz needs this. Great tech from Shakz there. Keep him at bay. Walks forward with confidence. One low forward is what he needs right now, and he knows he wants it. I can smell it. Oi, I like the check. The attempt from Linz. A low forward check. Now we're back onto that final round. These guys are taking a distance.
Which you love to see. More action, more games as Linz is trying to still survive but does get caught by the throw. Shakz does have a massive super gauge advantage, but good challenge against that attempted spin knuckle dive kick though. Still not going to work. It's just blow for blow now, Ruzu.
It really is. Level 3 on cue. The roundhouse checks his approach. Upside down kick doesn't do much for Linz, unfortunately. Let's see how this unfolds. The roundhouse keeps chipping away that drive bar. That's why it's so vital. He has to parry that choice.
Yep, stuck towards the corner right now. Having to guess once more. Text to break the pressure up once again. Perfect parries there. But unfortunately, because of the distance, had to do a little micro walk to try and get the throw. Couldn't get it. And still looking for a way to leverage out of this corner. Has 2 bars almost to his name, but Shakz goes in once more. Another tech. Builds the second bar at least. Good challenge. Side switches. Wait, no, never mind.
Roundhouse again, yeah. Oh, the step kick into the solid puncher. He's going to be bleeding now. Let's see what Shakz has got. He's got to fight back with something. Again, sequence drive bar is depleting for days. Oh, wait, the jab. Oh, you're dead! You're dead! Shakz, no way. You are a beast. Oh my god, Shakz. Shakz is crazy. Nah, that's too much. Shakz, actually, that's actually illegal. You're mad. You're actually insane. Now that was crazy. I can't even believe what I just saw. There's no way.
All of that, bruv. All of that effort.
God.
Sadly not able to get it to go the distance. An absolutely wonderful matchup that went the distance regardless, first of all. I mean, big up Shakz, big ups Linz. But the clutch factor against all of that, when Guile almost had you backed up to the corner just to fish out that crouching medium kick at the right time and then get the kill. Well played, you know? Like, well played the Shakz.
Shakz played phenomenally. So did Linz, to be fair. You know, considering he's meant to be on Marvels, he's playing exceptionally well. Of course, making it into that top 8 to get those points accumulated. But Shakz is now moving on to fight his nemesis Nabil later on, mind you, because Nabil is the one that put Shakz into losers 3-1. But I think we're going to get in some Fang versus Jumbo. I don't know why he's getting that Cammy though. We need to see some of that Marisa on there because that's what he's been playing. This is going to be an interesting one because I did think initially, right, Kimberly was beating Marisa in pre-patch. I wonder how things have now changed since the patch.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, the thing with Jumbo, obviously, on the Cammy, I think, is because that's historically who they started playing in set and reset with, so that explains that. But in terms of that matchup you're discussing with Kimberly versus Marisa, I think having to leverage the spray cans is going to be way more important here. Like, there's some, like, matchups or just, you know, certain games you probably wouldn't think about it that much. You are going to need to get that lockdown a lot. So the change to actually allow for the timing selection is very huge for Kim. Other than that, I do think some of those hitbox changes, or hurtbox changes rather, weren't exactly the best. Marisa, on the other hand, more advantage on those hits, more ways to confirm, better situations overall. I think what was originally a matchup that definitely was Kim-sided, I agree with you, has probably shifted a bit more towards, you know, even.
Center, yeah, exactly. The center, definitely. A bit of a pendulum here going on. We'll find out how this one unfolds because I think Fang will get the name switched in a moment. Fang definitely has been doing some work today. Just a few drop combos here and there, and it's very uncommon for him. So I think the lack of play, possibly, I've not seen him play so much recently, but Jumbo, take the unfold, big chunk of health.
See if that can keep the momentum up as Jumbo does start off with that big chunk of health. Nice confirm right there, as a matter of fact, to keep taking chunks of health away from Fang's life bar. secures that corner, playing it safe. The armor leveraged. Why are you pressing there? That punish counter on that Gladius. I'm sure we've all ate it once or twice in our lives at the very least. Utterly devastating, and Jumbo gets that first round.
He does indeed. Boy, the neutral jump. Yeah, lovely. The step kick. Keep him guessing.
Okay, still trying to fish again with those buttons. The medium kick, of course, of Kim's being a very good way to get some space and control. Actually hits him with that hop in there. Not meant to be, but still getting a lot of stray hits. Punish counter throws actually significant to get that damage on the drive gauge. Jumbo stuck in the corner, not got a lot of life to work with. I expect Fang maybe might want to cash out. Ready for that final round? No, actually, just going to go for the level 2.
Yeah, it's absolutely fair. Lucian Scramble is going to do the work. I think even level 1 might have done the work there. Actually, going to the arc step, they're lifting to the arc steps. Level 1 might have been worked out if he kept it, but I think better safe than sorry, especially against with the extra health that Marisa gets.
Yeah, that is pivotal for her, of course. Armor's through again. Fang gonna have to hold that one as they are being sent away in this screen. More towards the corner now with 3 bars still available on Jumbo's side. I mean, watch yourself. A single cash out could do the job here. But speaking of cash outs, super to take your turn back. Nice from Fang.
See, the elbow drop comes right on through. Boy, keep him guessing. Slide. Bombs are now put into play. You take the throw. You're dead. Sweet dreams, my prince. Yeah, there you go. Only touch. Don't need to spend any meter. The first game to Fang. Lovely.
Yeah, does feel like, from what I'm seeing here, Kim's going to have to leverage that SA1 and SA2 a lot against Marisa. Just a lot of opportunities to try and take your turn back, because sitting there being conditioned by those armor situations is not going to be nice. Actually just gets caught there on block, didn't fight back. Going to have to let that one go. Fang's taking a lot of damage on the drive gauge as well. Jumbo, you know, not the worst situation for them right now, even though they have been sent to this corner.
Absolutely not. Wait, nice perfect parry. We're gonna make sure it leverages the right way. The Gladius comes through. Yeah, I like how he's been using that Valaria, right? The double medium punch in the air. Keep anyone out of the air. You know, you can't be making out free escapes. I'll keep you in check.
Ooh, big punish counter to the face. Jumbo's gonna love that one. Doesn't need to spend any super bar. Finishes it off with a Gladius. And that will be us going to a round in favor of Jumbo. Oh no.
See how that goes. All right, give that a moment. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Oh, they're both still there in the lobby as well.
I think they can rematch, right? They can do that rematch function. Fang left the room. They should be able to do that replay option where they go back to that original game at that moment, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, true. That does exist now. That could be very useful. We'll update you guys when we find out what's going on here. You know, sorry about that first of all, but no worries. I'm sure we'll sort it out. Just waiting in the meantime, of course, as a reminder, this is the road to UFA for set and reset. That's what these players are playing for right now. You know, a decent match arena prize pot as well. But the big thing is that if you are looking to go to UFA this year, this tournament series is on the line for a free ticket, a free flight, and a free hotel to Paris in September. You know, it's a pretty big cash prize, Ruzu. I say, you know, depending where you're from, could be a value of like, what, 500, 600 quid, maybe more?
Probably more than that, if anything, right? So the thing is, right, it's an entry to a tournament, a prestigious tournament that many people enjoy, you know, including us. We went there last year, we thoroughly enjoyed it. And there's so much to do, so much food to enjoy as well, mind you. The food trucks, I know Damascus loves these food trucks. Yeah, so shout out to Damascus and these food trucks. But, you know, the thing is, there's a variety of games to enjoy as well. Not just Street Fighter 6, there's an abundance. So, you know, if you're not just interested in Street Fighter 6, you might like City of the Walls, for example. Ultra Street Fighter 4 like me, you know, a bit of an old head. But there's plenty of stuff to get involved with. And the thing is, it's a free ride, basically, to an excellent tournament. So don't miss out. Get your points in, because you've got 3 more tournaments after this, and then it'll be the final stage after that. So it's not exactly a long run, really. It's great training practice. Well, you mentioned this earlier, great training practice for kind of the upcoming World Warriors too.
Yeah, I mean, that season's kicking off really soon as well. All right, looks like the update that we do have for you guys in terms of what's happening with this match between Fang and Jumbo is that the score will go to 1-1 between them, and then they will continue the set from there. So all good. We made things work in the end, and I'm sure the players are ready to go pretty much momentarily. So thanks for your patience.
Yeah, Shakz. Yeah, teeny tiny small fish. Exactly, Four Fields. You know exactly what we mean.
Small fish, bruv.
Teeny tiny Tony, the small fish. The smallest of fishes, shall I say. Alright, we're getting right into this. Let's see how this goes. Now 1-1. And we're going to get right into the action.
Punish counter right there. Fang's going to start things off quite strong in the end. Does get towards the corner, but Jumbo fights back immediately on that counter hit. However, perfect parry. Pivotal from Fang to retain the turn. And that does mean they are going to go aggressive once more. Makes him eat the throw. I like that drive reversal pretty early in this game overall, but it's just a very quick get off me option, you know. Oh, nice whiff punish there, Vuzu.
Did lovely Tatsu to follow up there on the slide. Oh, yeah, reaching a bit too much there. The Marcus comes through. The drive rush. I loving that choice from Jumbo. Actually keeps him guessing. That's got to be hurting right now. What you got, baby? Oh, yeah, the meaty. That's dead. It's over.
Surely, Jumbo. Okay.
I thought we were going to have another wipeout then. I thought, oh, what's happening? But
I was going to say, I know it's a heavy damaging super, but, you know, it's not going to crash the game, I hope.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Manages to make it work in the very least. Gets that round. And Fang is going to go aggressive, however, fights back. Very quickly going to that level 3 here.
Indeed, boosting into Safa. The thing is, I love this install. It's still there. So, you know, she's got the damage, of course, the base damage of 90%, but she gets the enhancement, right? And it's ever so vital. So you do want to use it as soon as possible.
Oh, does get that landing recovery to hit on the punish counter. Jumbo still trying to find a way to get this round. That slide didn't go all the way. Still a chance. But can't get the range. One more chance again on that jump in. Puts himself in burnout. Oh no, Fang tried to regress. Blocks that drive reversal, but can't be punished because it's -2 there.
Rodrigo coming through. He's throwing everything out. Oh my goodness. That is dead. What a lovely conversion from that windmill kick. Really nice stuff there from Fang. And level 2 almost on cue as well. He's going to get level 3 in this round regardless. It's just a matter of whether he gets to use it.
Punish counter with the armor right there. Managing to still get some damage in, but Fang getting that air to air once more. Looking to keep Jumbo at bay, but not working out. He just DRs away, running out of the seat, exit stage right.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, yeah, he tries to neutral jump. Gets caught by the Gladius. Careful, that's dead. Oh, he doesn't confirm.
Oh, what is happening? We are playing some Street Fighter right now, baby. Oh, you didn't confirm again, Jumbo. Oh, my God.
Doesn't matter. He's got it anyway. Kim would have to do some work there to get that round back. But nonetheless, Jumbo takes that 2-1 at the moment. One more game for him. Or 2 more games.
All I'm going to say is slow down, please.
Oh,
you got to in this sort of situation.
Yeah, well, shout out to Scotty there, Marisa fan. He's been through thick and thin, and he's finally got the buffs that he's been longing for. Will he make them count? That's the question. Wait. I wonder how plus that is. Scotty, you definitely know how plus that is. Scotty, tell us how plus that is. That charge heavy punch. That's dead. Sweet dreams. And he's been using the fold +4. There you go.
Enormous.
That's why he went for that throw. Yeah, it's one thing gapping that throw. What a check! You can't be dry rushing at him. Oh my goodness.
Nice anti-air though from Fang, crossing underneath this time for that counter hit mix up. But here comes the super, which again catches those throws. However, Jumbo actually did get caught by that spray can, so they got stuck in the corner. That allowed Fang to fight back and actually get a combo in there.
That's dead.
Smart gameplay.
Please level 3 it.
Build the third bar, please. Come on.
Yeah. You got to level 3. There we go. I absolutely think this is the right choice to make here. Because you know what? You could go into the next round and not have an opportunity to even lay a finger on Marisa, right? So that's how it goes with Kimberly, because she doesn't have the reversal mechanics to deal with the pressure that Jumbo can really put on with Marisa. So you've got to be really on that fine line here. And slide careful now. The perfect parry on that jab. Anticipation. Ready for it and fold. No, just takes for the throw. And here, sir, is looking a bit dire in the corner.
Very much so. Fang still trying to fight back and does so with a perfect parry, or at least escape, goes for the safety option, but then eats a perfect parry of their own for their own troubles. And now, again, Jumbo testing the reactions, testing a chance to cash that third bar in, especially considering Fang's low drive gauge. Going for the OD on wake up. Pro, no hesitation. Another perfect parry. Ruzu, they are leveraging it so much against each other right now.
Indeed. Bombs there, yeah, up to parry. The thing is, I kind of wish that Fang stayed in place a little bit. Oh my goodness, got it as a hunt. This is going to be to the corner as well. Only level 1 as a reverse option. Campaign super. Will Jumbo be ready with the DI? I reckon he's going to throw it out. Yeah, exactly. I knew he'd do it. Kind of disappointing that it didn't hit for him, but nonetheless, Jumbo moves on in this set. From this set, rather. 3-1. Great showing.
Yep, qualifying to losers. Semi-finals right there, where they will be going up against the winner of Nabil versus Shakz. That is a nasty match right there between those two. That's going to be a fun one for certain, Ruzu. Can't wait to see how that one goes.
Yeah, definitely. See how things unfold. And as we're going to have Nabil and Shakz next, right? And that's going to be a really intriguing one. 3-1 to Nabil. Of course, with the Chun-Li, as I saw on the set, the start.gg. But Shakz, I wonder how he'll change things up. We didn't get to see the first set initially, but we're going to see how things change perhaps now on stream.
Yeah, we'll see what will happen when that clash happens. We'll see who comes out on top, you know, running out of time with these players, of course, because, well, there's not many of them left to square up in this bracket, Ruzu, you know. It's, I believe, now that you've got the elimination of Fang, you've got Jumbo, Nabil, Shakz, Soualiho, and Alphen. Just 5 players left.
Not many left, and who's going to bite the dust? We're going to find out as we move on into this losers quarters. And right now, Nabil on that Chun-Li. It's funny because both these guys actually play Maya as well.
It's more like a sort of race to the bank, you know, who's going to go for Maya first? Who's going to switch off and be like, nah, you know what? I need to change off. We'll see. As right now, Nabil is stuck towards this corner. Does start to fight back, though, at the very least. But Shakz, very good job of controlling the screen so far.
Boy, Killer Bee spin. That's not going to quite kill, but he gets a slight. Yeah, there you go. Maximizing that damage. Jab. The boot.
Makes it work, makes it land, and that will be the first round going to Shakz here, who is looking very composed so far, but Nabil does get a nice confirm. Will take us quite a decent way through the screen thanks to that. Once more. Now we are towards that corner where Shakz now has to see how he survives, and he does so very well by getting that punish counter. Side swaps, but then gets immediately met by a reversal Ruzu. Nice one from Nabil there to preserve the momentum.
Yeah, the roundhouse. Clip him. Oi, beautiful. Take him over there. The lovely little short, but Shakz is not going to go down without fight. Going to go for that. Yeah, Razor's Edge. Let's see what else he's going to put into place. Oi, no way. I don't know what happened there. I just need to kind of get a recap on that.
Oh man, direly unfortunate, but as we go into this final round between these two in the first game here, Shakz once again seems to open up the offense strong with that confirm. Does get caught on the anti-air though as he starts to rise up, maybe going for the dive kick. Throw will do the job. Gets checked once more. I mean, 3 bars each, Ruzu. I mean, who do you think's going to cash out first here?
I think if Shakz gets that low forward, he'll definitely be spending. And as you should. Away the dive kick. Lovely touch there. The spinning bird kick gets right into the corner. Throw the back throw. Drive bar building back up. Spin that core pressure.
Another side swap is applied. Dive kick whips again. Surely you do it to burn him out. Yep, there we go. Shakz in burnout in the corner. I mean, he's got reactions. He's got a couple of routes out of this situation, but Nabil could be looking to force a checkmate here.
Absolutely. And there you go. The round goes to Nabil, and so does the game. First game to Nabil. Will it be a repeat of history? 3-1 was to Nabil in that winner's side, putting Shakz and losers. And I do believe that Shakz will make the good adaptations as we go along. You know, he's very well known for it.
Dive kick once again, trying to get in close. Also just going for those light ones where possible, just to get that spacing and maybe fish for the base on Nabil. But Composure's there, gets the anti-air, then the low forward. 2 strings of well chained together. Gameplay from Nabil, who wants that corner. But you know what? No, actually happy to let that one go. I like that a lot. Still fishing for those dive kick punishes, it seems like, Ruzu.
Opportunities, a throw once again. What we got? Where the counter hit comes right on through. We don't need a little bit more than that. He doesn't actually go for the dry rush cancel because of the meter that he lacks. That's why he's going on the offense, trying to build it back up. Here the blows.
Can't do much more than that though. Hops out of the corner thanks to that wall hop.
Woo.
And that does mean it's going to be close now. Low life on both sides.
Oh my god, that was so
Shakz
good.
Just jumps in and low forwards. Oh my days.
God.
What a way to do it, huh, Ruzu?
I'm buying Shakz and milkshakes now, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can't blame you after that one. Clutch factor to the supreme right there. But you know what? Still fighting, still trying to make the way forward. He has been pushed to the corner right now, though. Nabil looking very comfortable in this round in particular.
Oh, yeah. Level 3 on both of these sides. And the thing is, it did start off well for Shakz initially in the last round, or last game rather. But here, Nabil fighting back. Will we see a spend or something here, Kosen possibly? Yes, there we go. I don't know if this will actually kill. Might even go into Kokosho just to confirm. Yeah, is it going to kill? It will. Because Kokosho obviously does a little bit less than everyone else's super ones. But just enough.
Very true. Could have been close, but you know what? Had the optimals regardless. I think you had obviously have to bring up the obvious point we've mentioned a few times now, Ruzu, of players going into the final round with 0 bars to their name. But hang on a minute, look at Nabil not looking phased in the slightest here. Has 1 bar already, laying the pressure on Thick. Shakz has got to get out of here now. Oh, what a confirm. Can't get the damage though.
Yeah. Like that's strong, so broken. How good it is. Oh my goodness. Bullying him with it.
Bro, it looked like he did the forward stab, and by the time there was, you know, even a chance for Shakz to whiff punish, the second one was already there hitting him.
Yeah, exactly.
Brutal, but 2 water Nabil right here.
Lovely OD Tensho kicks, challenge the reverse edge after that hooligan combination, and he continues to apply some pressure. Doesn't want to let him breathe just yet. Of course, Shakz has got to stick it out with Cammy as well.
Don't blame him at this point because, I mean, it's the character that has got him leverage throughout the whole tournament so far, even though there has been some difficulty in these matchups. A very nice little backwalk there to get that whiff punish on the attempt to throw tech. Shakz is actually having a very good round here, I would say. It manages to make that low forward connect with the tip of the shoes. Very good round from Shakz here, I would say. You know, about 15 seconds of consistently stringing together offense. And Nabil does take a blow here. Gonna have to still show that he's in charge if he wants to get going.
See how he unfolds. Lovely. Yeah, every time he's going for that, he's just challenging. So as soon as you see the hooligan combination, he's just going for the OD Tensho kicks. I'm not even going to let you have a chance.
No point whatsoever. Why would you even bother letting him breathe in this situation? Another counter hit confirmed there from Nabil, but he does get caught punish counter by that dive kick. Now with very low life, Shakz could be on the verge of something here, but no, wait a second. OD spinning bird kick to keep that pressure up afterwards. Oh!
Goten Ranker, and that should be a lights out if anything. There we go.
What a way to do it. What a way to do it. Set point for Nabil here. Once again, though, going into this final round with no bar to his name. Shakz has got the 2. Not as good of a situation for him as last time, but even so, not the best start for Nabil. Has to find a way through.
That's right. Been up and gets checked again to stand strong. Yeah, he's using that button to really bully right now. Not even getting a chance. The old instant lightning legs come on right on through. Shakz got to do something here and now.
That's a good start. Takes us towards the corner. Dive kick attempted, but does whiff. Jumps in once more. Drive reversal to keep that corner, but because of the distancing, oh my god, Shakz, alright. Had to do that there and then to make sure he didn't get burned out because he was on a pixel's worth of drive gauge. Lovely way to do it. Nabil still in the corner here.
Oh my god. Wake up DI. I don't think Shakz is going to be too happy about that one.
Oh, he's in burnout as well. Nabil, this is prime scenario for him. Gets the stun, and that will be all she wrote. Unbelievable situation there. the biggest of guesses and managing to make it work. You know, great call out in the end. I think Nabil saw the vision that we clearly did not, but they move on. They do go to losers semis. Unfortunate for Shakz. You know, it was a pleasure to see them on the stream, but they still did a wonderful job, Ruzu. And I mean, that is going to be what, a 5th place points position for them. I believe that earns them, what is it again? I think that earns them 23 points. That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all, absolutely. It's the points to get you started, you know, points to get you started. And what's most important is that you get into that top 16 kind of placement anyway with your points. So that's really quite vital. But nonetheless, you know, Nabil played very well. Moving on, 3-0 against Shakz. And now his reward will be Jumbo before that, but we're going to get Soualiho and Alphen.
Let's see how that one pans out. I've been waiting for this one for a while because Soualiho, after that insane clutch reverse sweep run back that he got in the bracket before, Ruzu does appear to be the man to watch at the moment. But Alphen, of course, I mean, one of the highest win rates, I believe, in set and reset at the moment. I mean, absolutely ridiculous streak of form. Curious what your thoughts are going into this one.
I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure they both go to Abu Dojo's weeklies, both of those guys. So they're probably regularly playing with each other here and there. I don't know if they train with each other at all, but this will be a very close set nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely close for sure. I mean, if Soualiho does keep that momentum-based game plan that they do get with a Ken and the clutch factor that they displayed before as well, Alphen's going to have a bit of a run for their money, I do think. But we are going to launch into it here. Winners finals. The first qualifier for grand finals about to be decided between these two as Alphen and Soualiho face off. And it looks like Soualiho this time is going to just launch in immediately with the jacket this time, Ruzu. No change.
Time to waste. Might have been a mistake, you know, sometimes you've got to start with the basic outfit, then you got to evolve into the next one. We'll see how it goes. Right now, Alphen is looking absolutely aggressive. He's not letting Soualiho breathe at all. Saying that, he gets an opportunity though.
Ooh, that DI works out for Alphen very well there. Double one actually just to damage that drive gauge, which I respect as a decision, trying to keep Soualiho at bay. And has done so very well so far. Very low life on his side. Good confirm thanks to that counter hit to get that one. More than enough damage available thanks to that ender. And that will be the first round going to them. Just a few exchanges in that one really. But more than enough on Alphen's side with the optimizations on the Cammy. Once again starting things off trying to fish for those punish counters.
Lovely, lovely stuff there. None of that now, none of that.
At least the DR stopped Soualiho from getting caught punish counter at best, but other than that, Alphen reacted plenty of time there for that throw. Now pushing us towards the corner once again. A very healthy drive gauge on his side. Ooh, almost had that punish counter. I think he could have killed if he spent all his drive gauge there. But Soualiho backed up, trying to escape. There we go, that's the way to start it.
Definitely. Low on drive bar, however. Going to continue to make the approach. Yeah, he does. Dash forward, buffering away. Keeping him in check. Weird. Snap kick.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the throw as well. Trying to get in close. Low forwards once more. The two of them clearly buffering at each other. Daring each other to make the first move. Soualiho is not going to get caught by that light kick just yet. Oh, deep dive kick to get in. Another one attempted. Oh, he didn't have it. That was so close. The time is starting to dwindle as well. It does feel like these two are playing extraordinarily patient right now.
Alphen knows, you know, I've got the timer on my side. I'll take my time about it as well. Wait, that might be hurting here. That might be hurting. This should be dead. It should be dead. I'll say that, but it might even be a slither left. I think it's going to be a slither, I'm going to be honest.
Ooh, I knew there was a chance with that CA, but oh my goodness me. What a way to get the first game right there. Alphen on the board very quickly. Soualiho trying to take us the distance, but not just yet. Been pushed towards the corner quite quickly in game 2, Ruzu.
Lovely stuff. Takes him with the Tatsu. What you got, baby? Nice. Bit of pressure here and there, sir. And he's looking to keep him in the corner.
Yep. Oh, I mean, that's the reason why, because you have to start getting a bit desperate in situations like this, and Alphen does make that one work by reading the reversal. Keeps the pressure up, not letting Soualiho escape. Happy to just let him poke away because he's not landing anything off it. Oh, what a quick check with a light kick. more than enough here. Needs a level 1 just to be safe, but still, another good round for the Cammy player right now.
Indeed. Very nice stuff from Alphen, looking extremely solid.
We'll see if that keeps up. It's been a very fine streak of form so far. We do have to be careful, of course, because we know that Soualiho was the one who managed to make a phenomenal reverse sweep run back before. Seems he locks in even more when the back's to the wall. But for now, very nice base against that situation on the reversal. Going to go for the super hit to damage the drive gauge, secure the burnout. Good round so far, Ruzu.
Yep. Nice. Careful now, you're in burnout, and he knows that Alphen will be ready. That's why he's just continuing to pressure him with his relentless string right now. Almost out of burnout. And he can save himself. What will he go for? The dive kick comes through. Waits for a response. Doesn't get anything. Gets a tech though. Level 3 now for Alphen. Careful if you throw fireball out because you don't want to get hooked by that level 3.
Ooh, not just yet, but still the level 3 is there with the CA. He walks up. He won't go for it just yet because he knows he's going to need more damage. The throw. A good cancel here would do it, I think. Just has to get in a little bit closer. Soualiho knows they have the timer on their side. There we go. Waits it out. Single jab because there's enough damage to kill in that scenario. You know what? Well played from the Ken right there.
Yeah. Boy, lovely conversion there with the jab into that spiral arrow. Level 3 now. And Alphen wants to capitalize. Got level 3. I want to spend it before Soualiho can get his roundhouses. Dive kick once again. This is going to hurt. He's certainly going to spend.
Yeah, why not? Drive gauge is in the prime position to be attacked with that level 3, of course. Big damage as well. Puts him in the CA range, I believe. A single sliver to his name, but hasn't got the level 3 yet, so he can't answer with that. Gets caught by the drive impact, and Alphen wastes absolutely no time in finishing that combo off. 2-0 up. And that will be him looking to sweep up this winners finals. One more game will do it. Soualiho, do you have that reverse sweep in you, buddy? Because you had it once before. Can we see it again?
Find out. The roundhouse is coming through. They're throwing at each other. That's the funny thing, right? Both my roundhouse for your roundhouse.
Anything you can do, I can do better, bruv. Trying it again. And the fireball war with the patience against Alphen so far from Soualiho is pretty effective, but the spin knuckle allows him to get in and take his turn. Throw to start things off. I like that back throw, actually. You're pretty close to that left corner at the moment. Indeed,
Soualiho playing it slow. And this is very similar to how when he was fighting Nabil, right? Slow and steady. Nice, drive reversal. Excellent stuff. Yeah, he's keeping it locked in the corner. That stand strong is so good as well. Comparison to Chun-Li's, just as strong. DP. Going for the throw. Just one more throw is what he's going to look for here. Oh my.
Bit of a risk. That is a chance for Soualiho to get back in this round. Aggression towards the corner, but Alphen's holding on. Bruv, he's so good at just checking with those light kicks and immediately confirming off of them. Set point for Alphen right here, and he will not be phased, Ruzu.
Indeed, the sweep. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Good job on that spin knuckle. Shin kick comes through, forces the counter hit on the knockdown. Lovely. Oi. Reach in, just a bit too much. Level 3 on both of these guys here. Jumps right out of that shenanigan. Doesn't want to take the Dragon Lash pressure at all. But saying that, throws one out at him. This might be a level 3. No, just takes him through the corner. DI.
Oh, gets
smasher.
out the burnout as well, Ruzu. That's the pivotal part here. Soualiho's close as well. He was fishing with the crouching medium punches. Why were you doing that? You've gone over aggressive. Here comes the SA2 and the confirm. A sliver of drive gauge available.
Oh my god.
Going for the safety. Oh, it's all crumbled, Ruzu. It's all fallen apart.
Well, the thing is, right, he just like you said in the corner, right, with the DI. But it's just, what can you say? And then you could see at the end, he just panicked. Unfortunate.
I mean, look, it happens. Like, it genuinely is unfortunate, but that was about 3 sequences where sadly Soualiho did just not have the answer. And it happens. It genuinely just does. I think it's still a very good run for them. They are in losers finals. So they have a chance to earn that run back. But we have to turn back to losers, where I believe should be Jumbo versus Nabil in losers semis next up, Ruzu.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch. I don't see much Marisa into Chun-Li, so I think that'll be an intriguing matchup nonetheless.
Should be a very interesting one. Definitely not one that's you know, too common to say the least, but we'll just have to get them started when they are ready to go. Shouldn't be too long now, but yeah, down to 4 players. As a reminder, one more time, guys, that we are in the road to UFA at the moment. The Capcom Pro Tour stop, an official stamp on the ticket for the route to Capcom Cup. We are trying to send a player to there by winning their way through this league system. These players are fighting for points right now, and we're going to get started with losers semis to determine who finishes 4th and who gets a chance to still go all the way at the top. Nabil versus Jumbo, baby. Let's do this.
Still looking to get started on that Chun-Li. Throw into the corner, however. Keeps him busy.
See if it works out here. Still keeping the pressure up, but does actually get the drive reversal bait. Good stuff from Nabil right there. He's going to go for a very quick spend on that drive gauge. Setting himself up once more with a safety. Good stuff indeed. Gets the round. I mean, that was a fairly convincing one, has to be said, Ruzu.
Yeah, we'll get the screen on full screen in a minute, guys. I know you love seeing our lovely faces, but we'll get a big screen in a minute. Lovely goes for the infold. And the spin. Oh yeah, spinning bird kick. Looking to add some pressure there. Throw to boot as well. You're really quite aggressive at the right times, especially with that stand strong. Alright, and the Soten Ranker take that game. Very fast first game, actually.
Yep, that will be fully convincing from Jumbo right there, who does... Not Jumbo, excuse me. Oh, my words, what am I saying? Nabil right there, who does update that to 1-0. Apologies. But I think the issue is just no room to breathe as Marisa. Like, Nabil, we have talked about this before, Ruzu, leveraging that, you know, forward button that is available to her. Extremely strong, so good in all the matchups. Jumbo usually tries to get the armor in there somewhere. Hasn't had much of a chance against Chun, I feel like.
Yeah, it just doesn't really get an opportunity. That's the thing, you could get rolling, right? That's kind of Marisa's momentum. That's how she gets... Once she gets one touch, she can kind of steamroll there. But it's just getting that touch is so vital. That's why she's got a lot of slow moving. She's very slow moving anyway, but then also her movement in terms of her buttons are not that fast.
Yeah, that's the issue here, especially with Chun, who's so versatile. I mean, it was brought up yesterday as well, how she can leverage that insane backwalk speed to get in and out of range. But the handshake right there, working out in Jumbo's favor. That's definitely a way to get the round. Good stuff.
Oi. Gladius coming through, he's throwing them out, he's just throwing up buttons here and there, out full screen, see if we can get a connect. Tencho kicks comes right on through, not having any of that.
Once again, counter hit as well from Nabil, who tries to go even further aggressive, almost has that third bar build, hops over to avoid a potential throw there. Very smart decision making from Nabil. But he's going to have to survive that burnout. Ooh, I like the idea behind the button press there, but Jumbo ready for that one. Can't kill just yet. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Drive gauge is back. Can he leverage the guess here, Ruzu?
Find out. Level 3 here. Careful now, because one fireball, one wrong Kokoken can spell death for you. Jumbo will be ready with that level 3. Oh, let's go.
Jumbo getting a game on the board. We go 1-1 right here. Good to see. That's, you know, we are going to have these two players going back and forth a little bit. A matchup that we weren't too sure about in terms of favorability. But, you know, Jumbo, I think, does a very good job at defying expectations. We'll see if he can continue to do that in this third game, Ruzu.
Indeed. Wait, lovely choice of that. I like that because he's recognizing the person short or stand strong, or even Kokoken like we saw there. He challenges the infold challenges, or Scooching rather.
Oh, okay. Tries to get that one at the moment. Up kicks are gonna work out, and that
we haven't got the life bars. Just noticed you ain't got the life. I don't know what's going on there, but it's a bit of a bug.
CFN moment potentially. Dear oh dear. Not the time for it, but we are going to get caught.
Wait. Let's see what happens though. Spinning bird kick comes right on through. It's a guessing game. Who's got the most health right now? We'll have to do a bit of a guessing on that. Gladius, yeah. So we've seen that string a lot. The medium punch into medium punch into Gladius. He shakes it up sometimes into the Scootum or jab.
Yep. Oh, does actually make that work with the lightning kicks immediately. Nice challenge.
Right. So we've got cross up gets perfect parry. Really nice perfect parry there from Jump, but didn't capitalize unfortunately. Alright, let's see. Scooting comes through again. Gladius is very tight here. It's all a guessing game. Who's got more health right now? They both look like they've both got a slither. Alright, and then we get Soten Ranker from Nabil, and that looks like he's going to be taking that round for him or the game. No, not quite. How much health do these guys have? Maybe there is too much health in the game.
This is literally just Street Fighter guess. You know on stage I'm sitting there playing Will It Kill. Yeah, exactly, Roddy.
That might be a good game mode, you know. That might be actually a good game mode. Everyone removed their HUDs and has to play. Resetting it. Alright, you're gonna reset quickly. It should be alright. Alright, thank you very much, Nabil. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Nabil, actually. That's greatly appreciated. But you know what? If they ever added that as a game mode, I'd love that. It's just, you know, everything plays the exact same. The only difference is you don't know what your super gauge is and you don't know what your life bar is.
Yeah, I think that's quite fun, actually. That might be an idea. We're going to nominate Sert to run that tournament. Thanks, Sert.
With my PC? I mean, look, if you want a house fire on my house, then by all means.
Oh, wait. The perfect parry. Right, for his drive reversal, and Nabil's been using that quite a lot actually, mind you, that crouch heavy punch. Working quite well as an anti-air as well. Double hitting, strong button.
Okay, nice confirm right there. Really taking us towards the corner very quickly, calling out that tap parry with a punish counter. Good stuff from Nabil again. Another sequence where he's just stabbing away at the torso of his opponent and gets that counter hit confirmed as a result, and it is set point for Nabil, who is on the verge of going to fight Soualiho here, Ruzu.
Odie's lightning legs right there.
Okay, trying to go for the aggression. Jumbo is trying to take us towards the corner. Nice armor leverage there. A little bit of a frame trap scenario, but Nabil is gonna just back off. Knows he needs to buy a bit of time for his drive gauge to recover. Yeah. Breaks the armor. Oh no. My!
Oh, yeah, he just kept mashing jab. It worked out. Saying that. Jumbo, you gonna make this count, mate? What you got? Gonna go to unfold. He's gonna go for the DI. Gets the DI. Catches him off guard and gets the unfold to take a round for himself. Wants to play catch up right now.
Yep. Nice stuff indeed. Jumbo wants to take us the distance, but it is not gonna be easy. Has got a chance to do it though. Very close to that goal, as we have got 3 balls on the Beal side. However, I don't expect them to go too aggressive. You know, when you've got that cash and you're sitting there as Chun, you're just going to wait for the mistake and cash out on it. Good sequence of damage so far. Doesn't get the hit they were looking for on that check, but a big wave punish counter to start things off, Ruzu. This is exactly what Nabil wants right now as he gets us towards the corner again.
3 there for Nabil to see how he gets on.
Ooh, breaking the ankles once again, stomping on that ground and scuffing the dirt up. Whips with that attempt. Not gonna work out as Nabil still has the cash ready to go.
Wait, very nice.
Chun-Li wins.
Alright, good stuff there from Nabil. Nabil's been doing work, hasn't he? He's loses finals now.
Yep.
With Chun-Li. Like Chun-Li obviously taking quite a distance.
Very nice indeed. I mean, Nabil almost on the verge. Does need to still manage one more set before we can say they managed to make it to Grands. But I mean, with the form that they're in at the moment, I suspect they're very close to doing so.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, who was that? Soualiho is going to be waiting for him. And let's go back and have a look at that bracket, please. I just want to see. Have we got the bracket on stream? Because I think it was Soualiho that put Nabil and losers, right? Because it was a reverse 3, 2 games up. Yeah. It was a set point twice. And then he had to actually brought it back, funnily enough. And it was really good adaptation.
Very good indeed. So, we'll see if that works out. Ayo, Nabil breaking the 2k barrier. Oh no. That's when you know that we've got a true warrior amongst us, folks. We're launching into it. Loser is square and off right here in losers final. Soualiho versus Nabil. Will Soualiho get a chance to fight back against Alphen? Or does Nabil earn the ticket? Let's see, Ruzu. Let's do this.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, the throw to boot. Go on, keep throwing him. Oh yeah, he's gonna let it rip. I love that.
No hesitation, letting it go like a Beyblade there as we get that extension. However, Nabil forcing that corner once again. He's just had so many people locked down in this situation and gets the round very quickly there. Good stuff. Okay, perfect parry attempted there. Trying to get in close is Nabil once again. Nice anti-air provided as well. Soualiho, decent success rate on these fireball perfect parries, but it's not enough to stop him still being pushed back towards these corner situations. It's just one component of a good game plan. That's a nice one though, that ODDP, but he gets challenged. Ruzu, can die here maybe? Oh no,
I think that might be, oh no. So to man, because we're going to do the work. But you know what? No, he's going to live, but it's all he is, one interaction right here. Saying that, we saw some excellent comeback there from Wow, no. OD coaching, lovely.
Bro, that immediate challenge that he got as well for the record to get that sequence and then that level 3. Ridiculous from Nabil, who very much does appear to be locked in. You know, like he says, 2001 MR. He finally did break the barrier. He looks like he's very much ready.
His opinion finally counts.
Oh, yeah. You can enter the Twitter discourse sphere. I'm so proud.
No, damn. Tencho kicks. Let's go. Throw to boot. Keep going. Oh, yeah, he's really coming heavy-handed, actually. He's not even giving Soualiho a chance to think. So he's going a bit ham before Soualiho can go ham, if that makes sense. Like, he's not even going to give him a chance to breathe.
Just revving it up far too quick. No chance for Soualiho to breathe. But speaking of which, though, he does actually go for the corner routing here. Tries to play it safe, but gets met by the perfect parry. That will not result in a successful throw, though. Life advantage on the side of Nabil, who does go for that wall hop situation. Then has us towards the corner as well. Self-imposed burnout. Can you clutch? Can you just hold on and still find that super?
Oh, nice. Oh, the reset. Snap kick. Oh, the step kick doesn't finish it off. Careful now. Oh my god, he's going to miss completely. Oh no, catches him. What? He brings him back to earth. That's the Hyokosen. That's actually... No. What is even happening there?
Oh my god, there's no shot. We've just given Nabil a chance to start popping off about this situation. I mean, I think it's because of a single change that Chun got in the SA2. The opponent now gets drawn into the super when the first hit of that super's happening and Chun's kicking upwards. So that's a change you're going to see like once in a blue moon, like genuinely a one in maybe a month interaction, but it actually just won Nabil that round, I think.
Wait, nice. Should kick.
Ridiculous stuff there. Almost there. In burnout though, I'm going to get absolutely duffed up by this CA. Soualiho trying to fight back and take us to a final round. Sit down and shut up. Gotta listen to Ken Masters right here. Oh no, the check doesn't even work because the immediate space fill by going for the press. And Nabil is 2-0 up right now. Ruzu, this is clinical by this man.
Yeah, he's coming in with Avengers. He's not having it. He's not having it. He's absolutely going in there full force, and he's not happy about the reverse sweep that happened to him, right? So like, he's gonna make sure that this is not gonna happen again, not one more time.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get the costume change though? That's what's gonna happen now, isn't it? Costume change.
We'll see. I mean, to be fair, he was already in the jacket though, so does he like lock out by going back to the old costume?
How
does it work?
I think that's going to be the case.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
I don't get why they do this, you know, but you know what? It makes sense. Okay, third game coming up. Nabil has been on fire at the moment. And looking to keep that up as Soualiho does change that costume. Trying to fight back. Gets checked in that neutral, though.
Boy, go on, Tatsu, take him to the corner. The switch up with the costume might be helping out a little bit here.
Ooh, gets in with that stab once more. Going for the aggression. Soft reset as well, Nabil. Oh, he's locked in. He's got the confidence, Ruzu, at this point. Soualiho has got to disrupt this somehow because it's set point already.
That's a parry. What a lovely, perfect parry buffer into that forward strong button. That is gorgeous.
Okay, good damage right there. Has the corner secured again. 3 bars already built. Oh, that could be it. Has that punish counter right there. We'll be going for the extension. Level 3 incoming. It's gonna be close, Ruzu.
It is indeed. So to rank up. I think that should be taken. No, just a slither. I think one. Go on, walk up. Yeah, be brave. I want to see that. Oh, yeah, nah. You know what? This might be dead. This might be over for the build this round. Just simply because it's burnout. You gotta be ready to check. It's got to be true.
Very much has to be ready for that one. Going full stabs again. The fireball profile's underneath this. Still trying to be patient where he can. Dragon lashes are there. Good tech from Nabil.
And you see the tech actually built back that drive bar as well. So when he teched that throw, right, whilst the burnout, that drive bar jumped right back up. Even though it wasn't out of burnout just yet, that helped him a ton. But saying that, 3-0. Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff indeed. But before we get this grand finals, Ruzu, I'm gonna have to address this elephant in the room.
Yeah, go on.
What's Rekka doing to make you giggle? You know, what is this?
It's just Rekka being Rekka, isn't it? He sent me a picture of himself, so I had to laugh so much.
Wait, when you say a sentence that is Rekka being Rekka, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, he sent me a picture of himself, and I had to laugh.
Rekka, I'm gonna need you to behave one commentator to another. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but
he's a naughty boy. Right, well, anyway, forget Rekka. Rekka's not important. He's the least important person in the room right now. He's always the guy who tries to make it about himself all the time. You ain't important, Rekka. Stay away. But let's go to the next thing, right? That means Nabil will be going into that grand finals versus Alphen. And this is going to be a really interesting and fun one to watch.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, considering how they faced, you know, around the bracket before, where Nabil had that wonderful run that was shut down by Soualiho, Alphen, on the other hand, has been relatively dominant with that massively higher win rate. These two finally getting a chance to clash will be very interesting, to say the least. But any predictions, Ruzu? You know, who might come out on top?
You know what? I think that we're going to see some hot stuff from Nabil today. I have a bit of faith in him. What about you?
I want to say I have faith. Like, after what he did yesterday and Wanted, where he had like an overall win-loss record of like 48 games won, 8 games lost, when you include the ladder, I feel like he's very much locked in. But remains to be seen. You know, it's all about the actual evidence.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this will be interesting. Alphen, of course. Nabil, I got faith in you. You're like my little brother, right? I got faith in you. Why not? You can do it. Put your back into it, all right?
Yeah, let's see. Nabil, you don't have to worry about this stuff, bro. Just play the game. Let it all ride out. Let the glory come to you, because it is time to get in the grand finals, Ruzu. It's been a blast so far. One more set potentially for us today here on Set and Reset. Let's have some fun with it.
Absolutely. See how this unfolds. Alphen is in that winner's side, however, so we'll be getting that W on him and the L on Nabil. See how it happens. But I do think it's very much a 5-5 matchup, actually.
Between these two, I mean, walk speed that Chun can leverage might actually allow her to get out of some situations from Cammy, but other than that, we'll see. Definitely long range available to both of them. It's all going to be about if Nabil can keep that pressure down, because Alphen has been duffed up towards this corner but fights back, gets out of that situation at least.
All right, level 2 for both of these guys. Nabil using that stand strong from the get-go. Can't see it. Wait to see how these guys get on.
Okay, still trying to check and poke away at him right now. Good confirm from Nabil to secure that corner, but gonna have to watch for the aerial approach. Still not happening though.
All right, throw goes through. And level 3 on both of these guys. Alphen's got a bit of work to do right now. Level 3. Oh wait, no. Jump in.
Okay, DR's in there. That will be Alphen still trying to keep the pressure up, but happy to go for the stare down right now. Really just waiting to see if he can catch Nabil and bite that bullet, but not meant to be here as Nabil does get that hit and should be able to extend this combo into the level 3 and do the job. First game on the board. Pretty strong fashion as well, I'd say, Ruzu.
Yeah.
But, you know, Alphen definitely got a lot of time to adapt here. Obviously, an advantage afforded to him by being in the winner's side of that Grands.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, right, it's still a bit of a mountain. That mountain to climb is ever so important, but you've got to have that momentum rolling. See how you keep the force against Alphen, because Alphen very much can adapt quickly as well. Nice. Conversion into spinning bird kick. Yeah, taking to the corner. Go for that water stance. Overhead. Yeah, there you go. Again, he goes for it. He's not letting him... Being relentless, actually, quite a lot with it.
Very much so, but good check right there from Alphen to get that punish counter. Relentless in terms of offense on his side as well as he tries to get in close. Putting Nabil into critical territory, but another good check. Fighting the way through. Should be able to spend all of that drive gauge as required to optimize. Needs the SA1 to still do the trick, and there we go.
Listen, yeah, there's a reason why I believed you in Nabil, so, you know, make it count. Level 2 right now for Alphen, though. Oh, a beautiful is punished right there on that low forward. Catches into only essential kicks, and he's been throwing that out quite a fair amount. You know, he's actually been getting away with it. I think that's been one of the robbery tools for Nabil today.
Yep, still trying to get that hit from Nabil, but doesn't work out as he gets sent back to that corner. Alphen trying to ride out the offense, maybe go for a bait here. Get that around pretty convincingly. Lovely. Yep, very nice. Shouldn't need much of the super bar either here, Ruzu. Just the SA1 to do it. There we go. And it's all square at this situation.
Indeed it is. As he continues. Guys, some pressure. Level 3. But saying that, Alphen gets that low forward touch and again carries him to the corner.
Yep, trying to go for that stab once again. Chun doing the work. Can't get that aerial confirmed though, despite that massive launch upwards on Alphen. Still back to the neutral. 3 bars on Nabil's side. Alphen is almost there. It's going to be a race to the bank once more. 3rd bar finally built. And now, who gets that hit? That will be all important for the Okiruzu.
Wait, again, he's bullying that button, right? That button, he's been bullying everyone with it. So that didn't get buffed, did it?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Yeah, but he's abused. I've never seen him abuse it this much. He's just going for it.
I mean, hey, I respect the dedication, but still trying to make things work and getting shut down by the winner's side in the grand finals here. Alphen getting that level 3, the Delta Red Assault to do the job. And that is 1 apiece. Looking to close this out before we go to a reset. I think if Nabil resets this bracket, he probably almost certainly will have this set. He is a very momentum-based person. Yeah. Kind of shutting down Pepito ridiculously unwanted yesterday, for example. I think that scoreline ended up being 7-2.
Right. Nice. Delay there, lovely. Throw to boot.
Oh, good punish there, but not really able to get much damage out of it. At least still finding the mark. Alphen wearing away that life bar. No, not from full range like that. Alphen says no with that DI counter. Puts himself in a burnout once again, but of course that is because he has that super behind him. And there we go, once again, Ruzu.
Indeed, lovely stuff there from Alphen, keeping him in check. And we are moving on to this next round of this third game of the set. Alphen, of course, needs to just take 3 games. He is in that very advantageous position of being winner's side. Fully earned it. Right now, Nabil's playing catch up. 2 bars of super, however, goes for that again. A couple times he's done that, but his opponents are not really bit. So he's got to be careful throwing that out a bit too much because it becomes far too obvious and it's quite punishable as well if they go for it. Opportunity to bite on it. Nice.
Okay, gets that pressure once more towards the corner. Nice reaction to get that up kicks, having the layers there available, and gets the throw. And at least affords himself a final round opportunity. 1-1 is the scoreline. This is all for that lead right now. Nabil has those 3 bars, though. Has to consider if he can get that cash out quick. Alphen looking to get out that corner, though.
Nice. Takes him to the corner. Lovely. Low forward. Spin. Knuckle might come through here. Maybe catch you one. You've not seen many people catch off with that, right? You've not seen anyone use that today. I don't think I've seen Shakz use it. I don't think I've seen Alphen use it today. The side swap one. Catch people off guard. So speaking of which, we're going to get some funky setups here. The safe jump.
Yep, still trying to find that hit in. Ooh, risky situation. Could have been whiff punish. Speaking of which, there it is. And the 3 bars available mean that it's more than enough. Doesn't even need them. Can optimize. And Alphen suddenly goes 2-1 up after what was a very convincing game 1 from Nabil. All of a sudden, the momentum just feels like it has been pulled from him by the wings, plucked away, and now our probably one of our best win rate result players in set and recess looks like he's on the verge of getting that point.
I think the thing is, right, Nabil's riding that momentum from when he beats Soualiho, so he's just got to be really wary now of actually kind of not being the wind taken out of his sails, right? So he's got to slow it down possibly a little bit. He's getting caught off in a few things here and there. See how he gets on, but I think we just got to play a bit more slow paced.
Definitely what could be beneficial for them there, because I do feel like they fell into a lot of situations where they've been punished, countered, and checked a lot by Alphen. It's a good opportunity for them to change things up. They will retain that Chun-Li pick, and it is now all to play for. Have to get 2 in a row to reset the bracket. Alphen still looking to close this one out and starting off strong with that punish counter, but he doesn't actually convert it all the way. Okay.
Nice. What a touch. Alphen on full steam ahead here. But fighting back is Nabil. Boy, lovely anti. No conversion, unfortunately. Just shy of the touch. Might have been a bit too late.
Oh, low forward again from Alphen. Going to utilize that corner carry where possible. But Nabil does fight back, does get that press in there. Checked once more thanks to the counter hits. The 2 of them trading blows pretty much fully equal on that life bar. But that is going to change in just a moment thanks to this super. Actually is enough to kill. And here comes tournament point out of nowhere, Ruzu.
Yeah, fixing that grandma's old kneecap problem there, you know. Chun-Li a bit too old for these day and age. Saying that, Alphen is doing some good work right now on the Cammy. The build just needs to slow it. I don't think slow it down even more, but I think it's kind of fight a bit more harder with stand strong, which has really been bullying. Because we've not really seen many people punish that. I've seen Alphen just sweep it a few times here and there, but not much has come off it.
No, but because of that and the fact we've seen it leverage so much, it's definitely going to be an approach against Cammy that would be very useful. But Nabil hasn't really had many chances to use it against Alphen, I feel like. Oh my, there's that jump in there. It's going to be such a strong start. 2 bars available already. Next combo could be the fatal one for this tournament, as Nabil is still stuck towards that corner. Does actually get the hit. Okay, well, that throw, nice.
Wait, careful now. Oh, yeah, that is sweet. Dreams, lights out. He might even go for the spin drive smasher. There you go. Doesn't want to go for the whole deal at all. You know what? Fantastic showing from both of these players. Congratulations to Alphen. They both played phenomenally today. What an excellent set, Marisa. What a great way to start our road to UFA.
Yeah, of course. I mean, wonderful performance from both players, but Alphen, the clutch master with that Cammy, just reading the state of play so well, Ruzu. Something that he's, iconic for, just doing the same as usual. I know Treddy's going to be in the chat being happy with that, but hey, 121 points in the bag for him. Still a very good showing from Nabil. They should be proud of themselves. We're just going to have to see how it pans out next time, because remember, it is a league. There are more tournaments coming.
Absolutely. A few more. I think it's 3 more, so you want to get your points in where you can, guys. Make sure you sign up for next week's. I think it'll be announced tomorrow, if not later tonight. But thank you so much. I think it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate with you, sir, today on an excellent showing of phenomenal players. You know, like you've seen Shakz come out of the woodworks. You know, some other players come here and there. So obviously, all to play for here at Road to UFA. And I say every Tuesday. Don't miss out.
Of course. Much love to everyone for pulling up. You know, seeing the people in the chat as well. You know, people like Treddy, Nabil in there being active. We saw Zerner as well. Obviously, the UK man down the country that I don't get to come see often, which, you know, I apologize for. Like Tony, Wasabi, Rekka. So Shakz in there as well, I believe. Hope you're all doing very well. And Ruzu, by the sounds of it, looks like you've all got a bit of a dinner date planned tomorrow.
Yeah, a bit of a lunch date. So we'll see how things go on. Gonna get some nice milkshakes and all that other stuff. We'll see how it goes. Rekka's not invited still, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, of course.
We would have him there.
Nabil and chat being happy as well. You know, not thinking they were ever gonna fight Alphen in the grand finals of a tournament. Well, you know what? Look where you are now, mate. Well done. Genuinely.
Deserved. Yeah, definitely deserved. Well done for making it that far. You can definitely get there again next week, Nabil. Make sure you enter, and everyone else, make sure you enter as well. But it's been a pleasure, guys. We will see you next week, and have a lovely evening.
Take care, guys.